Welcome to another Friday night,
Friday night.
live with friends. What do you know, Tom?
Not too much, Mike. How you been? All right?
I've been good. I got the grandson right here. He's trying to distract me, trying to help me out or help him out with something. But yeah, that ain't gonna happen. It's like we got Terry in the house. Welcome, Terry. Appreciate you stopping by.
Terry, how you doing?
Terry's got a good Facebook group, and it sounds like he's getting spammed a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I read, that he wanted to shut it down or something.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't over that. But
yeah, don't do that.
I get it. Spammers suck.
Yeah.
They're no fun whatsoever.
Yeah, I just
So,
talk
what?
right over them. I just talk right over them. I don't, whatever they do, spam, they leave
Yeah.
something on there, delete it, whatever.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you, but I get it too. I mean, I've had back in the day, and I know you guys do too as well. But I'm doing good, just fighting a tooth. Oh, that's no fun either. Look who's in the house, Stephen and Jacqueline.
Steven.
Steven,
My mic all right? Is it too loud?
you're fine.
Okay.
You sound good. You sound just perfect. So, yeah, I've been reading a book, and it's called A Million Subscribers. I don't know when I got it, and I don't know how I got it. And I'm looking at this, trying to find a book to read last night, and I come across this saying I'm already on page 283 of it. I'm like, what? So I'm like, I've seen this book, and I thought about buying the audio on it, but I don't know if I want to pay $21 for the audio.
Yeah.
Well, sure enough, I'd already bought the readable version of it. Like I said, I'm on page 283 of it. So I went back to page 1, and I'm like, I don't remember any of this book at all that I've read, let alone 283 pages of it.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's like when I first started the keto, doing keto and stuff like that. Somebody had said to me, "You should write a diet book." I said, "It would be a short story." And I said, well, what do you mean? I said, because it would be, put the fork down, the end.
Shop on the edge of the store aisles.
Yeah, exactly. That ended my my promotions for a diet book. I mean, it's all relative. You know yourself. I mean, you make little changes here and there, and it's fine. It's all good.
Yeah. And I've been trying to work on a little lower carb. Mrs. Dude got some news that she was pre-diabetic, and I thought, well, God, I can only imagine where I'm at. And this is the gal who's lost 115 pounds, and I'm like, I can only imagine where I'm at. Jesus. Oh,
I'm with the other. I mentioned it the other day on our live. Okay, that I'm really hesitant. I can't do it on here, but I'm going to do it. I'm just trying to get the words together and how I'm going to do it, because this medical system, boy, whew, it's horrible. It is horrible.
Yeah. Well, she thought she had these tests before, and I know I've had the test before, and they came back as pre-diabetic, and it's just like, wow. You of all people. But kind of find out too that it does run in her family. So I don't know how much genetics plays in it. I know being overweight runs in my family, but
it does. Okay, type 2 does, but see, here's the problem with that whole mess right there. Because it has the same symptoms as type 1. Okay, so they labeled it type 2 diabetes. Okay. Just like they're saying now, all of a sudden, Alzheimer's is type 3 diabetes. Okay.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it's a play on words, but both of them are both separate. Type 1 and type 2 are completely different. Okay. Type 2 is actually a metabolic problem. Okay.
Okay.
And like right now, being I'm on this one medication because of my leg, I just did my blood sugar a little while ago. It was 255. It's ridiculous. But they know I was type 2, and they put me on it. So it's just like, just like the bartender telling the drunk at the bar, yeah, you can have one more. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, go ahead and drive too. Here's your keys.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, you know where that leads. So
Dude, I wanted to tell you today. I didn't type enough on yours, man. I tell you what, that pork belly,
oh man, it was so good,
man,
dude.
boy. I tell you what, I sat straight up and went, whoa, look at
It even Mrs. Dude's like, oh my gosh, this is amazing.
that.
And I use, Uncle Steve's competition pig shake, but I could have easily have just put on the SP&G,
Yeah,
or just put, the whatever on there, and it was just as good. But I'm gonna toot my own horn here a little bit.
yeah.
Grumpus is in the house too, by the way, so I hope he
Hey,
shows
Mr.
up.
Rubbin.
Steven said he was gonna try to stop by if we have some room for the Island Boy. Always have room.
Always.
Trying to get Dave from Da Bomb Smokes to come on as well. But
Okay.
anyhow, I'm gonna toot my own horn. I bit into that and I thought, oh my, this is the best pork I've ever had. And it had way too much fat, a boatload of protein in it.
Not
Honestly,
bad.
not a lot of sugar.
Yeah.
It just the the pork stood out, the shake stood out, and I like G Hughes sugar-free barbecue sauce. I know it's dirty
Original
heathen.
or original or hickory.
Both.
You know what?
I think for this one I went with original.
Yeah, the original has a little heat to it.
Yeah. And I think that's what I went with this one.
Yeah.
Although we have the hickory, I know that for
Yeah.
sure. But I just use whatever I have in my fridge down there. And I took a bite out of it and it's just like this all just melts together. And it was
Man.
literally melt in your mouth goodness.
I
Ah,
showed it to Marie and I said, I got to get to the store. I've been doing Instacart, bringing
okay, yeah, and
shopping
that
from
makes sense.
yeah,
Absolutely.
and really not that I haven't been getting that much meat because I like to get my own stuff. So
Yeah.
we watched you and you were starting to cut the pork belly. I said, man, oh man, where I go, the Philippine store, okay, they cut it for you.
Oh, okay.
You tell them
That's cool.
whatever you bought, they're taking the back, boom, 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 cut it right in front of you, in the whole bit. But I was salivating. I said because my electric smoker on the balcony, I'll cut them into little bite-sized pieces, and I'll run them through either with Gator Shake or Spicy R or one of Steve's shakes. Okay, one time I made it,
Hmm.
dude. I made a mistake. I put his smoke bomb on it. Okay, and then I put Daddy Dutch's his sweet heat on it, which is
Okay.
over the top hot. But I like that. I mean, it was good. Marie just stared at me. Man, you can't beat
Mhm.
it. You can't beat a well cooked or right way cooked pork
Pork belly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Terry, that was funnier than heck. Terry sent me a Instagram post. Man, I laughed my ass off on that one. So thank you very much. So funny. I love this community we have, Tom. Part of the book that I'm reading that I apparently have read 283 pages on talks about your community. And I'm like, this part's not new to me. I know that community's big, right? And you touched on it the other day on your show. And thank you once again for letting me sit in
Oh,
on it.
no problem.
Marcel was an amazing guest. And you touched on it. I'm not going to really get into it, but you know what I'm talking about with who you hang out with.
Mhm.
And I got to thinking, like I said, I'm reading this late last night. I thought, my community is awesome. You've got people like Terry who message me, you, Mike, Lee, Stephen and Jacqueline, Grumpus, Patrick, and all the other people who come by and visit. What would be another one? Nate, Mr. Blue. What an amazing person he is.
Yeah.
Always checks out your videos. And the people that I can count on
Mhm.
is my tribe.
Yeah.
I have another lady, retired school cook. Her name's Lucy. Does she
Yeah.
go stop by your site? Lucy's amazing. You can always count on her, Nathan, to stop by, say hi, love your food. And I don't expect them to watch the whole video. Shit, hell, sorry. Hell, some of these things is beep. Sometimes these things, run 11, 12 minutes long. But so I don't expect anybody to watch the whole video, seriously.
If
But yeah, it's always nice. But in
yeah.
the same sense, I get it. We all have lives.
There's a few people that I watch all the way through.
Yeah,
There's
me too.
some channels kind of understand what they're doing, the whole bit, and I will go through most of it or check through the whole thing. I love the people that leave a comment and saying, "Oh, that steak was too rare." Well, you didn't
Oh
watch the
yeah,
whole video. Number
exactly.
one,
Hmm.
you know. But yeah, I mean, look at a guy like me. Okay, we touched on this the other day. By the way, um, the one with Marcel was the highest viewed show we've had so far.
Dude, you need to bring her in on for every show because that's the way it is.
Okay, the second biggest one was with Grumpus.
Hmm.
Okay, because and I'm going to tell you why. Because most of our people that watch me and Mike and now Lee, okay, uh, they're not keto whatsoever. And that was the whole premise of me doing this. Okay, you don't have to, anything that I cook, anything that you see me cook, okay, you can turn around. Yeah.
That's why Bill. That's why Grumpus was like through the roof, man.
Yeah.
Oh, we love you, Grumpus.
But the whole idea is anything that I cook, you can make and add whatever you want. You want potatoes, you want whatever. Okay,
And
sprinkle
vice
sugar over the
versa.
top of it. That's how easy it is. But
Yeah.
the people are phenomenal. I didn't see that coming when I started YouTube. I did not see that coming. The camaraderie, the friendships, people I
Hmm.
didn't even know.
Correct.
It's crazy.
Well,
It
like
really
you,
is.
I would have never have met you or Grumpus. Steven, I mean, the guy lives in Trinidad and Tobago, which is way down in the
Mhm.
Caribbean. Yeah, we'd have never met. I'd have never met him. I can guarantee that. But
Yep.
now I almost want to go. I want to go to Trinidad and Tobago, and it's always been a bucket list item of mine. Now I got somebody to go meet or
Yeah,
visit.
exactly. I don't know if you know Mark Kratz. He's from Texas. He's not much of, I don't think he's like a prepper type of thing, but he lives in Texas and he does a little bit of everything. Okay, guy can
Okay,
cook. As a matter of fact, he can cook some Oriental food really well. Well,
I don't know.
he sends me a little note. Hey Tom, I'm going to be out in Vegas. Blah blah blah. I'll hit you up if you want to meet. I'll hit you up. Blah blah blah. Okay, no problem. We met. What a great time.
Right on.
I mean, we sat, we talked about the channels and stuff like that, and how we both come, to one another, and then meeting him, you get a better, like another sense of it. Okay, but he's true to form. He's not a phony, with his channel or what he does, and how he stays, watches me. Not all the time, like I said, not all the time.
I can't
So
watch every video.
no, no.
I try. I really do.
I'm
You know who
subscribed
does
to
though?
1,100
Pat,
people.
exactly. Yeah. Patrick watches every video. Blows my mind. He will
You
get
know,
home and just flip it on and start watching. Like,
I watched a couple of his latest videos that he put up and stuff, and I go back and forth. I like Patrick a lot, really do.
oh, I do too.
And the fact of the matter is that when you watch somebody do something, okay, it's not their first rodeo,
Correct.
okay, and just the way he puts things together, but then he puts the other side to it with the laugh and looking into the camera and all that stuff like that.
There
Okay?
you go.
The last one, he almost knocked the camera over. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But that's the intriguing part of it. You know what I mean?
correct.
Yeah, and that's me and him are going back and forth about the spoons. And I tell you, Mike, they got hijacked. They're down in Pirates Caribbean down there. They're stuck. They want a heavy ransom. He don't understand that, but
I sent Steven when I had stickers, a couple stickers, never showed up. It's like scratching your head going, I don't know. And Patrick's took forever to get down there. And this was during the height of COVID.
mhm.
So God only knows where these things are now, probably but on the Black Pearl somewhere,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
sitting in some cove, half sunk. Yeah,
Uh,
it's crazy. But the camaraderie has been phenomenal for me.
yeah,
And the people who will reach out to you if they don't hear from you after a couple days, will reach out and say, "Hey, you doing okay?
yeah,
How
yeah,
you doing?"
yeah.
Whether it be through text or messaging, whatever. Yeah, and they send you jokes, and I wish I could meet everybody. I've only met one. That was Jill from Yester Kitchen. Met her and had a couple drinks with her once. Super nice lady, and look forward to doing it again. But one of these days, I'm going to make my rounds. I keep promising I'm going to get down there.
Keto Mike's coming out on the 27th.
I know.
I hope I can get out. Well, let me take that back. I am going to get out. We're going to go. Going to meet up. I'm by hook or
Right
crook.
on. There you go. Yeah.
And in fact,
be like one of those dogs, right? That's got the legs with the wheels. Hi, Mike.
Mike put up a video today with Paige cooking. Okay, and she was cooking up some steak and stuff like that. So I wrote a message to him. I said, "Hey," I says, "Thank God for the women taking care of us guys when we're down." I said, "But Marie, after a month, Marie's starting to give me them dirty looks."
Yeah, good times, right? But it's a two-way street too. I mean, Mrs. Dude, I take care of her. She takes care of me when I'm down, and it makes for good times. So, you brought up another question the other day. When did I meet Marcel? And I have been scratching. Well, that's a horrible announcement or analogy. I have been racking my brain. I was going to say scratching my brain, but racking my brain trying to remember exactly where I met her. And I think the first time I remember interacting with her, we were talking about Chris. Chris from Eastwind Farms used to be on all the time, and he would get in trouble with YouTube, and they'd kick him off, and he'd go to another channel. Well, he had like 4 or 5 channels.
Okay. Yeah.
And you just kind of keep the party going. And I think that's where I met her first, but I'm not 100% sure. I remember where I met Grumpus, and that was on one of Chef Johnny's live. I'm pretty sure, long time ago.
Yeah, I mean, you invited me up. Come on up. Don't worry about it. Come on up. And then Grumpus was there. Matter of fact, Grumpus was there that night, and Daddy Dutch was there.
Kent likes to stop by, say hi, give people a little bit of crap, and his spin on things, and then take off.
And take off, yeah. And then there was a couple other people there, but I was like, whoa, I'm in with the big boys, like that. Furthest thing from the truth. Nicest people I ever met.
Yep. Yep. Oh, it's like Rob from Homeowner Barbecue. He used to be Mr. Homeowner. He's one of those higher up guys, and he takes the time to stop by and visit. That's one of the things I love about this community. Yeah, I mean,
it actually like threw me for a little bit of a loop because you could tell some people that they got their stuff together, or they got the equipment to do everything, to make a great video and to picking up big numbers. Then you get right down to it. I mean, it's just a matter of time.
It is. Yeah. I've noticed mine seem to be going up. It's kind of cyclical at times, right? The first the end of last month and up until about 3 or 4 days ago, my views were very high, and they've kind of crapped out in the last 3 or 4 days. I'm thinking people are getting out there, trying to get that last camping trip, or enjoy the sun, because it's going away soon. Mrs. Dude and I were sitting out on the front patio, and that's her spot. This is my man cave. That's her spot. And it was starting to get cold, I noticed. As soon as the sun went down, it wasn't like 2 weeks ago when it was still hotter than blazes when the sun went down. It's starting to get cold.
It was high at 88.
Speaking of hot, when the sun went down.
What's up, boys?
This is going to be a habit.
Yeah. Oh, we're getting some reverb going on.
Yep. You have, you might have to mute YouTube.
Who, me? Or you getting echo from me?
Yeah.
We were. A little bit of one from you.
Oh, I don't have you. It's only you. I'm on StreamYard right now.
Yeah. There we go.
Still getting an echo? It's gone now?
Yeah.
I think it's gone.
Yeah. Yeah, when you have
a little bit of something in the back.
When you have StreamYard and also YouTube on at the same time. You get that kickback.
So how are things down on the island?
Hot.
Hot. Starting to cool off here.
Yeah, it was
We
88
were just
today,
talking
the
about
high.
that. I was 86 here. I'll
Well,
take it. I'll take it over 105.
getting any echo still, or that's today? You guys good there?
I think it's gone. I can't hear it now.
Okay.
How about you, Tom? Hey!
I'm good.
Oh, we got Quentin in the house. Or Quint?
Hey, Quentin,
We
what's
got
up?
Marcel. Hello.
So just saying, Marcel, the other day on Wednesday was one of the highest viewed shows we did so far because of you.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
We got Steven in the house.
I
What can he ask for?
I came in late at that show. I'm so I came
Terry
in when
and Grumpus.
This-
So,
this
Tom,
is-
I got a really interesting message on. Actually, it's a funny message, I thought, on Newsbreak today. I released a video it's very old. It's the one where I make 8 different ways to eat pickled eggs. And this guy goes, I don't eat pickled eggs because I can't. No, he goes, I don't like people who eat pickled eggs because I can't stand being by them when they fart. So,
No, okay,
that's
well,
pretty funny. Delete.
yeah. Hey, I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, exactly. Come on over.
Yeah, I connected with Rob on and him there. He's doing really good.
He is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, all of them kicking my ass. I only got 1,600 or 1,300 followers, but it is what it is. I just put one up there today. I haven't put one up in a month.
Okay.
So I fought one through to get it put up again, and then I seen one that I didn't qualify for monetization.
Oh,
So I changed the title. And right now it's got a little over 800 and some views.
there you go.
We'll go see what happens from there. It's crazy.
So, Steven, what's the next video coming up?
by the ending of this month.
Okay.
Probably that's about 2 weeks from now.
Do you plan ahead? You already know what you're going to do, or is it kind
Yeah,
of?
I don't have videos done ready for more or less for the rest of the year.
Mhm.
Okay.
Just probably edit.
I was thinking about you earlier. I've been watching the show called Ultimate Summer Cook-Off, and I want to kind of talk about that in a little bit. Anyways, hey, oh my gosh, Quint, thank you so much. Oh my goodness.
Good man.
Oh,
Quint.
the
Good man,
man,
Quint.
the myth. Give that boy a star. Heck yeah.
Mhm.
Thank you, Quint. Very much appreciated. So anyhow, they towards the end, it's like a 6-episode series. They had 4 people left, and they had to pick 4 destinations, and you didn't know what it was, right? You just had to walk up, pull this card out, and it told you what you had to make. And it was the Caribbean, Southeast Asia, South Africa, and the Mediterranean. And the gal that I thought was going to win it, she picked the Caribbean. And I got thinking to myself, if that was me, I would have to sit back and channel my inner Steven just to try to figure out what the hell to make. True story. I channel my inner Steven, man. And it kind of got me on a tangent of thinking about the things that you cook with the bonnet pepper.
Or the Scotch bonnet and pimento peppers.
Mm-hmm.
You see there.
And no shrimp. No shrimp. I would have put
No
No.
shell food.
No. In fact, I seen something you put up for somebody else. They were doing steak, and you said, "Thanks for not putting shrimp on it."
Yes, for me, I think it was Steven that wrote that. Actually, it was the East Side, the Snoop Dogg, Snoop Dogg's East Side quesadilla.
By the way, Mike, that was one killer video with the pork, pinwheel pork belly.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. That was
Yeah.
we were talking earlier. That was some of the best. I've never really had pork belly before. I'm going to be honest with you. But man, it was some of the best I've ever had. And I bought that stuff about 3 months ago in the discount bin, 50% off. And I channeled my inner Tom there. And I thought,
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
yeah, that's like normally like $8. Now it's $4. And I'm like, what am I going to do with this? I got to figure something out. And I thought, poor man, burnt ends, this, that. Maybe I'll do my hand at bacon. And then I was on Instagram a couple weeks ago, and somebody had pork belly, and they were cutting it up, and then they made it into a pinwheel. And I thought, I got to try that. That looks amazing.
Yeah. So doing that, the thinner you cut it, the easier it's going to cook. For that.
Okay.
And it'll actually render out, most of it to where it's not tough. The other thing you got to remember to do also is when you cut it into the strip, take that outer layer of skin off. I do all the time because it's very hard to
Okay.
You had skin on it, right? The skin was on still?
Yeah, it might.
It was on for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and Marie likes to chew on it. It's like almost like pork rinds for her. Okay. But it's too hard for me to chew and stuff like that. So I take it off, and it just so you're not biting into something. Give it to somebody, and somebody break their tooth or something on it because it can get that tough.
See, and I found it to be pretty. It was pretty soft for me, but maybe I didn't cook it quite right to make it. I don't know. It was just totally done on the smoker. Hey, there we go, Quint. Yeah.
Thanks, Quint. Appreciate it.
I'm glad Tom's feeling better. He looks a lot better than laying in the bed trying to talk.
That was, and the best thing about that, Mike, is now you know how to play with it. You know what I mean? You'll make it different ways and stuff like that too.
Oh, absolutely.
So, yeah.
I've said it before. I very rarely make the same thing twice.
I very rarely also now lately, bacon's the big thing with keto. Everybody thinks keto. That pork belly, I like it better. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You can season it up any way you want. Yeah.
You could hear it sizzle. You could smell it, and it just smelled like bacon. I don't know how thick the pork bellies are when they actually make bacon out of it. I would imagine that they cook it and they take the skin off, and then they slice it very thin.
Very thin.
And then it probably goes through an aging process of some kind.
Yeah, it's just like curing corned beef or pastrami or something like that to that effect. So it's some people do 14 days, 21 days. All depends what. And then to put it in the salt brine, take it out and put it in the smoker.
Okay.
Okay. Then they'll
That'd
smoke
be
it.
Kind of cool to try one of these days.
And just to that point, you got to be careful with that too, Mike. Because back in the day, back in the restaurant, we used to make our own corned beefs. Okay, and I had a process that I went through with it. Okay, with the curing salt. I would put 3 or 4 into a food grade tub. Okay, with the curing salt and the brine. And it would go into the walk-in box. But rather than putting it in the food walk-in box, I put it in with the beer, in the beer cooler, so nobody would fool around with it.
Oh.
Moving stuff, this and that. It was in the back, and I put, beer, but I would have to rotate them every day. And I did my corned beef. I did my corned beef for 21 days.
Okay.
And I went in one day, and somebody moved it.
Oh no!
I had a checklist, the whole bit. You can actually kill somebody with that if that meat's not cured the right way or.
Oh, no kidding.
Oh yeah, you can make people very, very, very sick. So
interesting.
That did it. Yeah, that did it. So we started buying our own, buying it again, stuff like that. So.
Okay.
That's a lot of time, but it's worth it sometimes if you got the proper equipment. You know what I mean? And I told Maria, I says, you know what? I'm going to make some corned beef this year, for St. Patrick's Day. She says, no, you're not. Why not? She says, I'm not going to have that in the refrigerator. I'm constantly moving it,
By the way, St. Patrick's Day is coming up soon. Next month, October. Is it October?
No. That's March. March 17th.
Oh, March. Oh.
Yeah.
I heard corned beef just now then, so I was wondering.
Oh. Corned beef's good anytime, actually, but yeah, here in the States, over any place else in the world, it's like we celebrate St. Patrick's Day, and our thing is you got to have like a potato, corned beef,
cabbage,
banger, And cabbage.
and a
You
lot
gotta
of
have
booze.
something and a lot of booze. And what they do is I kind of find out because I have somebody who's like a sister to me, Mrs. Dude's best friend. She manages a bar here in town called Sully's, and they import or they specially order green beer. We'll kind of find out it's PBR is their green beer because it's the cheapest stuff you can get in a keg.
Yeah.
But you drink. The adage is true. You drink 2 or 3 of them, and no, you don't care.
Our place at the time was called Emmett's Inn. Okay, and it was a rock club. Then we had food there, but not just sandwiches and stuff like that. But it was rock club. We have 4 bars in the place. Okay, 3 stages, and we would start.
Yes, I can barbecue. Welcome.
Hey, Simon, what's up, brother? And we would start for maybe 4 days
Simon, what's up, my brother?
before St. Patrick's Day. Okay, and it went on 2 or 3 days afterwards. You know what I mean? So we would just after a while just giving corned beef away. But the history of St. Patrick's Day is in the United States was in Ireland. It was ham.
Oh, okay.
No corned beef. It was always ham. Because in March, from January to February, they would hang the meats.
Okay.
And they could take the hams and they would put the hams out by March 17th. In this country here, corned beef was actually for the Jewish people.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Especially in Lower Manhattan, you had corned beef and you also had pastrami. So they started, and it was cheap.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay.
Keyword was cheap.
Yeah, and that's how that started with corned beef. Now, I mean, you're looking at a little piece of corned beef like this in the store. Okay, you're talking $28. I mean, I'll save the $28 and go buy a black barrel of Jameson's.
There you go. I used to go to Alaska every time I go there. The guy that we stayed on his island, I'd always buy him a $50 bottle of Jameson.
Mm-hmm.
And that was, and of course, his gas to get there and back, help him out a little bit. But the Jameson was always the high point because, man, he'd just sit over there and drink his Jameson at the fire.
I told Maria, I said, boy, I came a long way. Here it is, Friday night, and I got coffee.
Yeah, I'm drinking water with flavor. Yeah. Although I have some beer down there that I was thinking about drinking. So I have a question for you guys and for the audience too. Do you guys ever watch the Food Network or Discovery Channel, anything like that have all these foodie shows, whether it be the Ultimate Summer Barbecue Cook-Off, Ultimate Summer Cook-Off, or Pit Boss, any of the smoking shows, things like that? You guys ever watch those?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watch the Food Network ever so often, and then there's American Kitchen.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I've been getting into the Ultimate Summer Cook-Off, and this is what I do. I take my youngest grandson, and we sit here. He usually sits in this chair. I sit in that one, and we watch TV, and he loves it, right? And something that kind of struck me today as I'm watching this. Yeah, okay. Every chance I get, right on, Grumpus. Is they're talking about a barbecuing outside, right? And you're supposed to be able to have your friends, but they didn't have you and me there. They had actual chefs doing this, and they're making this stuff like rack of lamb and 3-course, 4-course meal. And I'm shaking my head, going, "Who in the hell would make this at a cook-off outside?" Is that a legit thought?
Sure. Yeah. Well, just stop and think about it for a minute, okay? When you have these different types of cook-offs and stuff, everybody does, depending on what the challenge is, okay? So if you enter into a brisket cook-off with something else or whatever, okay, everybody's cooking that. So it's all, after a while, looking at the judges, how are you gonna judge? You got 10 or 15 different people with that, all right? Mm-hmm. But if you do an open competition, cook whatever you want, there you go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I used to like I used to like this so-called Iron Chef.
Okay. A lot of these guys, like Bobby Flay's always there, and that Ann Burrell and
Yeah.
Sonny
And-
Anderson, all these guys,
and-
they're all, Iron Chefs. But
And the guy from Japan as well, Hero something, can't remember his name offhand, but there's a guy from Japan there also.
Yep. So,
Yeah,
but a lot of those guys are like the coaches now. You don't see those guys a lot on the actual show. You see beat Bobby Flay, but
You see, and you know what they do, Mike, with that also is you got to take it as a money perspective. Okay, you bring people on, like say, what's the guy, Myron? Okay,
Myron Mixon, yeah,
you bring him into that, he's going to want big bucks. These guys are already under contract with Food Network.
that's true.
So whatever they're going to do, they're going to get paid this and paid that. You know what I mean? So
Correct.
Grumpus, help me out here. What's that the guy you turned me on to who does everything in that outdoor oven? I can't think of the name of him. I watched it the other night.
That's the guy, Dutchy?
No, not him, not Dutchy. This guy's got it's real mellow, and he cooks everything in this outdoor oven, wood fired oven that the guy made himself.
That's cool. That's way cool.
But it's, I mean, I can sit back and just melt into it and just watch what he does. You know what I mean? And how he talks, and he has a sip of wine and stuff. Marie says,
I'd like to know who that is.
That's why I'm asking Grumpus if he could pop it up on there. I told Maria, I said, how would that look with us? Okay. Instead of the guy talking nice and quiet and everything, I'd be yelling and screaming doing shooters.
Yeah, and now we're going to put the butter on the toast.
Yeah.
Give
me a pound of butter.
Wine. I need a pound of butter right now so I can put on this damn toast.
And another shot, damn it. What do you mean we're out of booze?
I'm with Simon. They seem to a lot of game show formats kind of come along, it seems like. And maybe for me that's a bit of a turnoff.
Yeah. I mean, I that kind of stuff I get, because I lived a life, so there was nothing goes that easy. Okay,
correct.
You burn yourself, you cut yourself. Just in a normal setting in the kitchen.
Those guys edit out all those things. They don't see no mistakes or.
Right.
Correct.
And them guys don't cook. I mean, if anything, they're gone at night by the time service comes. They do all the business. Culinary school nowadays is more business ended. Then that's it right there, dude. Write that down.
Wood-fired oven show. Okay.
Yeah.
He's a YouTuber,
fantastic.
right?
YouTuber? Guy's fantastic. Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'll have to watch that.
But half the time, the chef, he's executive chef. He's out of there. He's a 9 to 5 guy. He pays the bills. He orders the food and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
And the chef does all the work.
One of the only chefs I really watch and enjoy on YouTube is a chef called John Pay.
Okay.
Yeah.
He lives in Florida, but he's actually from France.
I don't know if I ever seen him.
Yeah.
Check out his channel. Really cool.
Okay.
I mean, there's a couple. What I've been doing lately? Well, I've been in the bed for a freaking month. But what I've been putting on street food. Street food around the world.
Yeah, that's
street food's the best, man.
And they'll take you into Thailand. They'll take you everywhere.
This guy has a great one, Mark Wayne.
Huh. I have to look that up.
Mark Wayne.
So you're talking about street food around the world. Steven, what's street food like in Trinidad and Tobago? If you and I were walking down the street, because I'm coming to visit, and you're like, hey, pick me up at the hotel. We're going to go down into Port of Spain, and we're going to check out some food.
Well,
what's it like there?
It depends on what you're looking for. You can get local stuff. Then you get the basics like the hot dog, the hamburgers. Grumpus.
How y'all doing?
Then there's something called doubles. There's something called aloo pie. There's a next item called tahina.
Tahina? Okay, I think
Yeah,
I've heard of that.
there's pylori. Now
Heard
those
of that.
items what I call are Indian delicacies, but traditionally West Indian delicacies, not originated from India itself.
There's a lot of Indian influences in
In
Trinidad.
Trinidad, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Isn't there some almost some African aspects of it too? African food.
Yes, a combination. It's a
Yeah.
combination, because
Yeah.
Trinidad is basically a cosmopolitan country where the
Okay.
African, Indian people, Chinese, Spanish, Portuguese,
Ah.
Lebanese.
Wow.
I watched the documentary on that down in Jamaica and stuff like that. And this guy, he said it's not going to be the kind of documentary you think it is. He said I'm going where the people are. He said I'm staying away from that. We're going to go in the backside and we're going to go where people don't go. And I tell you what, it was pretty cool. Just watching the different types of food right on the beach, eating right on the
Wow.
beach. Yeah.
Then we have something called bacon shack. We also have something called akra. So a lot of our foods are from different countries, but we make it our own.
Right. Like
Add
Grumpus,
your own spices and
Yeah.
own vegetables,
Grumpus, your
whatever
chair's
herbs.
on fire.
Like the green seasoning, what I did. Remember, I
Okay.
did a green seasoning video, and basically that green seasoning, practically every household in Trinidad has a bottle of that.
I remember that video. Yes. Okay. Right on.
Mm-hmm.
How about you, Grumpus? What kind of street food are we going to find in your neck of the woods?
He looks like he's cooking weenies in the
My,
back of
my
him.
neck of the woods, street
Yeah.
food's going to
Those-
be tacos and stuff like that. 'Cause a lot of the Mexicans have. I mean, there's a little trailer, a little pop up on almost every corner down here.
We're starting to get
Mhm.
that here too.
Going to be pupusas and tacos and what's the sandwich? Help me out, Tom. What's the Mexican sandwich?
Oh, Jesus.
Sandwich
Probably
de Mexico.
I'll think of it when I stop thinking about it.
Yeah.
All right.
Tonight, 3:00 in the morning. He'll call everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah,
y'all,
exactly. Send a text out, everybody. Like, really, Grumpus? Jeez.
Where'd Simon go?
I don't know. But I was going to ask the audience what
and,
what kind of
and
street
one
food
more
they got with there.
one
Yeah.
more thing, and it hurts me to say this, but there's Trinidad and Tobago. Tobago, you get something called crab and dumpling.
Oh, the dumpling.
torta.
Oh.
It's called a torta.
Torta.
Okay. Interesting. Crab and dumplings. I like
Now,
that.
I
our
like the sound of
dumpling,
that.
our dumpling is a bit different to what you guys may know as dumpling.
Oh, okay. All right, Simon, how about in your neck of woods? Terry, yours as well. Quint, yours. Kind of
Simon?
street food you guys have in your area? Like for us, we have we have a huge Basque community. And so you can get like Basque chorizo, especially on a Friday night downtown. And I'll tell you what, a good Basque chorizo is hard to beat. But then again, you can get hamburger, hot dogs, and taco. A very good friend of mine he's from Mexico City. And here in Iowa, we have taco street food. Okay.
Yeah.
Mexican food. Mexican food is becoming huge. That's my friend Antonio. He said he's from Mexico City, and he's a cook, and he's got several trucks now, food trucks,
Mhm.
because he's getting that big. Is that good? And his Biera tacos, oh my gosh.
Simon's from San Antonio, so
Okay.
Texas. Yeah, so
We have tachos. I'm not sure I've heard of that.
I don't know what that is.
Tachos. Tacho. It reminds me of like a tater tot taco, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about that, Lance.
We see Steven blow up like a balloon from the shrimp. Unbelievable.
we
See,
got- how about you?
I'm sorry. Out here in Vegas, they just passed a law that now they're going to start issuing licenses to food trucks. Before
Okay,
they
well, we
didn't-
have that here already. but
before they wouldn't give him a license, and it wouldn't let him park at a spot. But what they're doing now is a lot of the bars, okay,
Thank you, Stephen.
a lot of the bars are hiring these trucks to come in at night, park on the curb, and while the music's playing and stuff like that, okay, selling street food, okay, and that's taking
Yeah.
off. So now the government turns around and says, "Wait a minute, we're missing out." So now they got to
Exactly.
now they got to get licensed. They got to go through the process. I used to have to go every year to get certified for food handler's license.
Okay.
You know, and don't get me wrong, wasn't a bad thing. You know, actually, was pretty good, but just that extra cost you had to put out. You know,
seeing-
just they put their hands on everything.
I've seen
Yeah,
more
we
and
have
more of that happening around here. A lot of ice, what they call ice houses. They have the food trucks. They'll park right there next to the outdoor eating area
Oh,
and
yeah.
sell bar food. And of course, a lot of these small bars, they're not set up with kitchens or anything anyway,
Yeah.
correct.
so they can just handle all the food
Lance.
stuff, send it out back, and it comes straight off the trailer.
There's a guy out here though, okay, who I connected with just because he was on the side of the road, on a highway, on the side of the road with a big sign, lobster rolls.
Lots of rolls. Okay.
Lobster.
Oh, lobster.
And
Lobster.
people-
Okay, I get it now.
He said
Lobster.
lobster.
Lobster from
Lobster.
over here. Get in your
Lobster.
car from over here.
He's a butter and he's selling out of the back of his car.
$15 for a lobster roll. Okay.
Okay.
They come after him. So now what he does is he has a base that he takes his phone with. Okay. And I'll be at the corner of such and such street in 15 minutes. He gets out there, sets up, people come in, bang, 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 collects his money, up the street he goes. I'll be over here. That's how he connects. The guy's a multimillionaire.
Well, that's
Yeah, he-
why.
Yeah, he flies
He
over. He
outsmarted
flies
the
his lobster
government.
in. He flies his lobster in from Boston.
Boston. Send it by car.
Yeah. But it's it's good business. I mean, you got to have the guts for it though. A lot of hours.
You know, you're talking about lobster roll on that show that I was watching today, and this was another reason it sort of made me thinking about today's show. Well, for us, is these people all five contestants had to make a 6-foot lobster sandwich. Now, who in the hell in their right mind is going to make that in their backyard? First of all, where are you going to find a thing of bread 6 foot long?
Oh, you can order it.
I'm
that
sure
would
you,
be-
have it.
Yeah,
I'm
you had a
sure you
big
ain't going to
party
find it by me.
Yeah.
you had a big party out back. You could slice it up into pieces, individual pieces.
Yes,
That'd be pretty impressive for a party.
Yeah. Now, see,
Would
Mike.
you do it? Would you do it, Grumpus?
I would probably have a cover.
Mike, at our place,
Bring in
we
a
used to
food
do
truck.
200 pounds of lobster a day
Wow.
in the restaurant. So yeah, we could pull something off like that. The connections, where to get it. That would probably you need a loan. You know.
Yeah.
Anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, there'd be a
I
cover
just thought-
charge in my backyard.
I thought, and I'm with Grumpus. It's a cool idea, but who
Alpha.
in the heck is going to make a 6 foot long lobster?
I know one
lobster
guy wouldn't
roll?
come.
Alpha.
We'd make
But
you a
you know,
brisket one.
you got my wheels turning now. I can see a 6-foot pulled pork sandwich.
I'm in.
Yeah, yeah.
There
Dress
was
that thing all up, put a big show on like that, and then slice it up. Yeah,
there was one of our
Cool for
competitors. There was
I'd
one of
feed
our
what, maybe 50 people?
Well, you cut. There was a competitor of ours, okay, in a bar. He didn't have food, okay, but what he would do is he'd have his people they'd get the 6-foot roll, and they make a submarine sandwich out of it, like my Jersey Mike's, okay,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and they would sell it by the inch, and they would have a tape measure, and they would measure it, and they would cut it, and that's how you got your sandwich.
That's a cool idea.
Best comment of the night right there, Lance Wood.
So yeah, and they would go crazy. Sometimes they go through 2, 3 of them a night in a happy hour.
And he would get away with it. I mean, he didn't have to have like a license to.
Man, no. I mean, in the beginning, he was bringing it in, He had a vendor do it for him, but he said, "What the hell? I'll save that money and make it my own."
And
Exactly,
you definitely need a tape measure because around here, you know, this is 9 inches.
Yeah.
That big, huh?
I was gonna say, hey, hello over here. That's a sixer.
Mhm.
Off the rails we go.
Yeah, sorry about that.
He's banned. So honestly, though, could you see Joe Q Public or me or anybody making a 6-foot lobster sandwich?
No.
It would
Not
be
lobster.
cool.
Not
Yeah.
lobster.
It kind of shocked me. And one of the contestants, she didn't. The one I liked and followed a lot. She didn't quite have enough lobster in there, and so 6 inches on each side was missing something. So when she
Part of
presented
it.
it, she cut it off, and then she started giving people, the judges, and they dinged her for it.
I'm all for pulled pork or pulled beef.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah.
And pulled pork would be a hell of a lot cheaper than lobster any day.
Oh, guess what out here, it's for a pound and a quarter lobsters, $41.
Wow,
No way.
that's insane.
Yeah.
Good
You guys
thing I'm
come with
Good thing I'm allergic.
I'm allergic to the price.
The price I know
Yeah.
gives me an allergy.
Well,
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean, all my friends say, "Well, you come from a seafood lobster. It's all you push was lobster." I know your videos. How come you only do shrimp? $41 and change.
Do the math. Come on.
Yeah, I get 20 pounds of shrimp for crying out loud.
Yeah,
amazing.
for that price, yeah.
It's
I like to
amazing.
buy the shrimp that's, unfortunately, it's frozen, but it's already been peeled and deveined, but it's
There
not
is-
cooked.
There isn't
I'd
too many
rather-
places, dude, that has fresh shrimp. Okay,
I got
that's
no
number
problem
one.
with frozen shrimp.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
any place that says that they do, you can't pay for it. Let's put it that way. So
Well, I mean, even where I'm at, I'm an hour away from the boats.
right,
It still comes in frozen.
exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, you can
It's-
go to the boat and get
Yeah.
your cooler full, nice and fresh. But if it's shipped up this way, they're freezing it before they send it.
I got a question for everybody
Flash
on the screen and in the chat. Of all the stuff that you make on your videos, okay, all the different foods that you cooked, what one that you cooked that you didn't like? You wouldn't, you know what I'm saying?
Hard to answer that question because basically whatever I cook, I'm definitely eating. So
Yeah, that was put to me a couple days ago.
I can't see myself cooking something and not liking it.
Yeah. And I asked for it, to clarify it a little bit. Okay. Well, and they said, well, how about tuna fish? And I said, now that I wouldn't eat. I don't eat tuna fish.
Well, I mean, are you talking about an item we just didn't like, or a cook that got away from us?
No, an item that you didn't like, but you cooked anyway.
I'd probably cook shrimps, but I would eat it. Cook it for my wife and daughter.
That's legal.
Yeah, and
That's a tough question.
Okay,
Yeah,
now
I'm probably not going to go to the trouble if I already know I don't like it.
no, here's was the clarification that they gave to me. Because I said I don't know what you're talking about. Because when you see me cook something, we're eating it. Okay.
Yeah, me too.
He said, the guy says to me, "Well, how about if it was cooked and it had something on it that you didn't care for?" I said, okay. I don't
But
like.
you
I don't
cooked
like,
it, right?
Well, I made it to show everybody this is how you can do it.
Sure.
Mustard. I don't like mustard.
Mustard?
Yeah. Okay.
Mustard?
Okay.
And mustard. Okay. And to put mustard on something, which I did, I made one where I rubbed the thing with mustard. I didn't need it. It was a pulled pork as a binder to put stuff on it.
You can't even taste it.
Yeah, you wouldn't taste it.
But I don't like it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was the question because I thought you're out of your mind. Everything we make it, Lance said Brussels sprouts.
Well, I mean, I've experimented with some barbecue sauces before, and they didn't turn out as well as I'd hoped.
Yeah.
But even then, that food's not going to kill you. I ate it anyway.
Yeah.
I just
Same
won't
here.
make it that way no more.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said, oh man, that's a kind of wacky question because of my diet. I said because what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Well, he said no. It's something that you don't like that you cooked that you're telling people, oh, you do it this way, and, cook it that way, and put this on it, put that on it.
I suppose if I wanted to, I could do like a liver and onions or something like that. That's something I really don't like, but my wife does.
Yeah, and see that's where they were getting it to. And I said, well, I went through that all my life. That was my one problem with me starting this. Crumpets is on fire.
We're sitting by the river tonight.
I looked at his chair before and went, holy shit. But yeah, there's certain stuff that Marie eats that I don't care for. Certain stuff I eat, Marie don't like.
So Lance says Brussels sprouts. I'm trying to think.
I like Brussels sprouts.
Me too.
I've done videos.
Not really a big
Where-
fan of Brussels sprouts.
No thanks.
Now,
I've
something
done
like-
videos.
I don't like. I do like broccoli, but I hate crunchy broccoli. I don't like undercooked broccoli. I got to have mine mushy.
I only like raw broccoli.
And I think that's because that's the way mom used to kill it, and that's what I grew up with. And
Okay.
I go to a restaurant, and it's always flash thrown in a pan, and it comes out crunchy, and it's just not my cup of tea.
Yep, mine either.
So I've made videos that have come out and tasted like garbage, and I've just kind of deleted them.
Yeah, you don't post them.
Yeah, when I first started, I made a video, and I edited the thing, and I didn't like. I'm trying to remember what the hell it was. It was the Russian sauce that I didn't like. And I was doing a Sam the Cooking Guy video, one of his things where he made like ramen and that. And I did not like the Russian sauce that went with it, I think is what it was. So I had to go and re-edit part of that to put something in there that I did like. Disliking, but I want to give them another try.
Mhm.
A few minutes back. Well,
What?
these blackened Brussels sprouts sound so good. Okay.
Yeah.
Lance, try sautéing them with some prosciutto or something, bacon or something like that.
Bacon makes everything better.
Pork
Prosciutto and garlic and Brussels sprouts.
my go-to.
Yeah.
I might even be able to choke that one down.
Don't get me wrong. I would eat it. I just wouldn't cook it for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those things. Like if you all invite me over and you offer me a treat, I would eat it. But it's just something I would personally wouldn't cook at my house.
Yeah, and after a while, talking to this guy a little bit, and he was in the business. The crux of the whole thing was that when you go out to a restaurant, and there's Grumpy hit the nail on the head with liver and onions. Okay, this guy was a chef, and he said hated to cook it, hated to touch it, hated to do everything. But what's he going to do? I can't do this because I don't like it. Okay. So there's certain points that you got to taste things and try different things. Okay. And, I said, wow. I said that I get it. I understand it. I don't like hard-boiled eggs. Okay.
Now, I love walking into a house and smelling liver and onions cooking. It smells wonderful.
My mother
Yeah,
cooked the hell out of me with bacon.
I just have a hard time choking it down.
Yeah, exactly.
But if
I
I
had
had
it-
enough, I'd eat it.
but that was
I had
the
it in Salt Lake City back in February, early March. I was surprised at how good it was. Much different than the way my grandma made it. It was actually edible.
So it's really something to think about, when I'm making something, and the whole idea was about getting views and stuff. He says, well, if you're making stuff that people don't really want to build, forget about it. You're not going to do it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Just and it made a lot of sense to me that after that, he's because your dislikes, okay, doesn't mean somebody else don't like it. That'll watch your video on it. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
but if you play the devil's advocate, and the majority of people don't like liver and onions, there's not going to be very many videos of it,
Right.
which means you're going to show up in a search pretty quick.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's the game. Yeah, that's the game. And that makes sense. See, that's why I like my buddy over here, down here. He's very slow about open boxes, but
Mrs. Dude and I used to do a video series, and we thought about bringing it back this year, but just never got around to it, where we would take odd food combinations and try them. And we did one with mustard and watermelon. I love mustard. I can't stand watermelon. And so I took my wedge and I put the mustard on it, on the watermelon, and I ate it. And damn, this is pretty good. And she about puked.
wow.
And my thumbnail was of her going.
Now, I like French's yellow mustard on pizza.
Okay, never thought about that, but I can see that absolutely.
I got to rephrase it. Not that I don't. It wouldn't be my go-to. Okay, I would rather make my own. You know what I mean? A dark, spicier one rather than buying pre-made stuff. That's just my me doing it. You know what I mean? The other night we had a first time getting back out in the kitchen again. I had a red onion. Marie says, "What are you going to do with that? Or what do you want me to do with that? Being that you're not cooking again." I says, "Well, you know what? I'm going to slice it up. You got a jar? Yeah, give me a jar. Put the onion into a jar, red wine vinegar, okay, some peppercorns, tighten it up,
pickled onion.
Put it in the refrigerator, okay?
Yeah.
I chew on them a little bit, no problem.
Oh, I love pickled onions. It's the best, man.
Pickled red onions to boot.
Yeah. I would use pickle juice. I've made hard-boiled eggs that way and then let them sit for a week. And pickle juice. And then that's a video I was telling you about earlier that I did about 3 years ago. And it's one of my top performers, believe it or not. But apparently one guy on Newsbreak thought it gave people the farts. So.
Chocolate cake with mustard.
That's an
interesting combination. Wow. Right there.
It sounds horrible, but I would definitely have to try it before I turn my nose up to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good, nice German chocolate cake with mustard. Ooh.
Bonjour.
You remember
exactly.
I mean, go ahead.
You go. No problem.
Well, I was just going to say, I just told the wife tonight I was trying to get her to try something, and she said, "No, this is the way I always do it." I said, "Well, everything you like, you had to try once first.
Yeah,
true.
This may be your new best favorite, but you got to try it once before you find out if it's your favorite or not."
I eat.
You got a point.
I eat escargot. I got cans of it in and out. I don't carry too many canned items, stuff in a can. But I'll buy when I see them on sale a little bit. I'll get them and make them up. Marie runs the other way. Okay, can't stand them. Okay, I'll make them with garlic butter, a little white wine.
It's just a certain snail, isn't it?
Yeah,
a certain type. It's not like your garden variety. I lifted up a rock and there's a snail underneath there. It's a certain type. Right?
You could eat some of them. I mean, years ago, we used to get them in a sack, okay, and kill them right there. Take them out. I'd mix up a butter, parsley, garlic, okay. Get the butter cold again and stuff that and the slug. What do you call them? Slug. Put them back into the shell again and cap it with that. And then put that into under the salamander, okay, and put them out. And things would be crackling like that. Oh, it smells so good, really good. But there's people who would turn around and say, "Why are you crazy eating a snail?"
I had an uncle that loved that.
Yeah,
I've eaten them, but they're not my favorite.
Yeah, see, I mean, and that's
leg. It was fun.
Yeah, that's the twist with some people. Some people don't like oysters. You know what I mean?
Mr. Skinner.
And I can eat my weight in oysters.
Yeah, me too.
I could do it in clams.
There's very few things I haven't. I've never turned my nose up to something that I will not try. There's some things I'll never eat again that I did try.
I ain't seen Josh in a long time.
But I try to be pretty open on.
That's the key right there. I mean, show me the law or the rule that you got to have your steak rare when you cook a steak, okay, and people cut into it, and if it's not raw, I don't want that. That's not done the right way. That's foolish. It's very foolish. You know what I mean?
I agree.
That's what you call a blue stick.
Yeah. I mean, you turn around and all these set rules that people come up with. You know what I mean? Or you can't have that, or don't have. Well, who says? Show me the rule.
Yeah, show me the rule.
I'm here.
Show me the rule that
Like,
show me the rule that.
Like pineapple on pizza, that might be considered a crime.
I love it. I love pineapple on pizza, but a lot of people don't. Yeah. Hey,
See,
show me the rule that you eat a hard-boiled egg that's pickled that makes you fart. Seriously.
I don't know about that, about a rule or not.
That's kind of a given.
Yeah.
But it's not a rule.
I mean, Lance hit on something before about Brussels sprouts. He said, me and him talked about it. All his life. His mom, that's a mom that he went to, always made Brussels sprouts. So he couldn't stand it no more. Okay.
Just boil it and boil it and boil it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You hit the nail on the head. I grew up in an Irish family. My grandmother, my mom worked, my dad worked. Okay. So my grandmother was home. Every night she peeled 5 pounds of potatoes every night. Mashed potatoes or boiled potatoes.
I love potatoes.
Get the box of bird's eye spinach, 4 or 5 boxes of bird's eye spinach, frozen. Put that in a pot and boil it. Okay?
Yeah.
Then she pulled out the ham out of the pot, boiled the ham, and be smoking. And my father would cut that up, bing, bang, bang. We'd sit down and everything. It was almost like having soup, okay, potatoes, spinach, and ham soup with very little water in it, because all the water was on the bottom of the dish. I hated it. I couldn't stand it. Okay, spinach. I would sit there. I felt like Popeye. My cheek out like this, and I'd spit, and you'd see the green come out. I remember sitting till 11 o'clock at night with spinach in the side of my mouth. Just wouldn't swallow it. I mean, now I love it.
It was rice for me.
I saute it. I cook it a different way, but now I love it and stuff like that. It's just
it was rice for me, and I had an Irish setter named Mac, and I was probably about 6 years old, and we were. If you look 1973, if you looked up the definition of poor, you'd have seen us. Right? And so my stepdad made this rice, and he knew I wasn't going to eat it. So I just sitting there. And here comes that dumb dog. So I started feeding him under the table. Everybody had already left, so I started feeding him under the table. He loved that rice. Fortunately, he went into the downstairs bathroom and drank out of the toilet for whatever reason. And I'm like, I'm done. And I remember my stepdad walking over and going, Mac, come here. Opens Mac's mouth, and there's nothing in them.
Uh-oh, you froze.
Oh,
Like,
you froze.
Rice was gone.
well, see,
Oh no! How about
down here in the South, they have rice on almost every meal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's their starch. Yeah. Well, I was raised up in Indiana, and we had potatoes pretty much every meal. And the only time we had rice when I was growing up was Mom would boil it up for breakfast, and she would put raisins in it and cinnamon, and we put it in a bowl with a little bit of milk. And that's to me, that's what rice was. And then when I moved to Texas, first off, every meal's got rice, and I'm looking around, where's the potatoes? And I still have a hard time eating rice as a savory. Yeah, because in my head, I was raised it was supposed to be sweet.
Yeah, yep.
So I don't eat much rice around here.
Yeah. We had the same thing. How can I say it? Once the family thinned out, okay, the older brothers, they married off and whatever like that, and it was just like me, my one older brother, and mom and dad. My grandmother had passed, and then it became a different story about eating. Okay, I guess it was my grandmother's way of doing things. Either you want me to cook, I'm going to cook my way, or not. I don't know if you watch my videos and you see that Dutch oven I have. Okay, mm-hmm. That was my grandmother's. That thing's got to be 110, 115 years old. Wow. You know what I mean? Still going. I mean, but yeah, that was the life. I mean, 5 o'clock. God forbid anybody knocked on the door, one of my friends or something like that. I'd get a beating. Nobody here at 5 o'clock. The ice cream guy would come by, and I'd start crying. The ice cream guy. My father said, "Hold on." He whistled. The guy stopped. Next thing I know, look out the window. My father had the guy jacked up against the back of the truck. You don't come past until after 6 o'clock. Yes, sir. 6 o'clock. My father would go out, all the kids in the neighborhood. Come on, I'm gonna buy ice cream. Come on, everybody. But not at 5 o'clock when it was dinner time.
Not at 5 o'clock. Yeah.
Try that today.
Oh my gosh, he would have been arrested easily.
Arrested? He'd be in San Quentin, for Christ's sake.
Yeah. A lot of the stuff my grandparents did, but it was a different time. It really was.
Yep.
And it's hard to judge them by our standards. You know?
Yeah. Oh, exactly. I mean, but you know what? I keep telling Grumpus, we laugh about it all the time. I look back at things and I start talking about things, and I feel like that old guy. Get off my grass.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm getting ready to say it. You know, it's hard to change the standards for me. There's still a lot of things I've locked into it. I'm not going to give it up.
Since I haven't been driving, okay. So we've been doing that, like I was telling Mike before, I was doing Instacart. I never done that stuff before. You know what I mean? You've really got to look at stuff, you know, what you're getting and everything like that. So we don't buy any box goods or anything else like that. So it was some produce and stuff like that. But this was funny. I wanted to try a couple. I sit in the chair and I get out my stuff. I'll cut it up and I'm trying to make a little clip of it here and there. So I needed jalapenos. So I told Maria, I'm going to have Instacart come tomorrow. I'm going to, load up with stuff. I needed like pork rinds. So I get 5 or 6 bags of pork rinds. I'll crunch them up myself. You know what I mean? Put them through the blender. So I ordered jalapenos. Okay. I wish I filmed it. Okay. It was $90 cents a piece. 90 cents a pound.
Holy moly. Okay.
90 cents a pound. 90 cents a pound.
Pretty good. That's pretty good price.
So I said, give me I want a pound. I put down, one pound. Okay. They brought me when the food came. Marie took it out of the plate. She starts laughing in the kitchen. So what the hell's so funny? Sent me one. One jalapeno.
One jalapeno?
One. She says, enjoy.
I just bought jalapenos today, and they were $1.49 a pound for an upcoming cook. But I was like, with 90 cents a pound or whatever, that's amazing.
Yeah.
But, one, no.
Yeah. And you know what they charged me? 9 cents.
Even worth it. Come on.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you guys, but we have tax here, so you would get a penny. You get dinged a penny for that one.
Wow.
That's insane. Well, it looks like our collab is coming together. Hoping Lee would be here.
We going to talk about the rules or what we're going to do, or nail it down?
Because I need to get with Uncle Steve because, like you were saying the other day, he wants to sponsor it. So it almost makes me wonder, and I just want to throw it out there. And if you guys say no, I totally agree. Audience, feel free to chime in. But depending upon what Uncle Steve wants to, if he wants to give away something, do we make it so the two folks who are doing the cooking win? One's a winner, one's a loser. Do we go that route so they can win, and maybe that would make people want to go on the next show to do it?
I don't know, Grumpus. What do you think?
I think it'd be more fun if it wasn't a competition.
Bingo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's nothing to say that. I mean, depending on which route you want this to go. If Uncle Steve's going to sponsor it, and we're going to feature his shake, then those of us that have Uncle Steve banners, we ought to have them up. Mm-hmm. If Uncle Steve wanted to supply, provide a gift thing that maybe people in the chat could win something.
Let him judge it.
No.
Yeah.
Some sort of giveaway that we wouldn't do until the very end.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's kind of where I'm thinking. I think if we tried to do a competition, it'd just turn into a popularity contest.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I've seen it happen on these other guys that have tried to do competitions.
And I don't want that.
The most popular wins. It's not the best cook.
No.
Okay.
No.
I like your way of thinking. Steven, what do you think? You like it?
I'm with Grumpus on that.
Yeah, me too. Okay. Well, that settles that.
Well,
like
and
it.
you know,
Thank
what I would do also, dude, is I would let everybody know once we started. Anybody who wants to be in it has got to have Uncle Steve shake. So here's where you can order it. If you want it down the road, you want to get that shake and stuff like that. And then go ahead.
I just had an idea.
You saw something burning.
Well, you know, I'm trying to.
It's the chair.
I'm trying to think. We don't want people to come in the last 5 minutes. But what if we had it like every time somebody said Uncle Steve during the cook, and at the very end we had people put in the number, how many times was Uncle Steve mentioned tonight, and let that be the winner.
Oh, let's say like Josh said Uncle Steve 6 times, but
and
Lance
I said it 4 times. Okay, yeah. And then the people that watched it all the way through would know it was 11 times.
Gotcha.
So what
that would get people to watch the whole hour.
Right.
Got a point.
Right.
And that person would win.
And not let. How could we do this? I mean, not because I could say Uncle Steve and Uncle Steve had an Uncle Steve and Uncle Steve. If I know that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But we wouldn't have to do that because we're not going to win anything by saying it the most times.
Yeah.
It's just it's like counting jelly beans in a jar. You know, if you're there to watch them put them in, then you got a better idea of the count.
Yeah.
It's true. I like that idea. Cool. That's a great idea. All right. Well, now we have to have a counter.
And it wouldn't even have to be Uncle Steve. It could be how many times Tom says keto, or how many times does an airplane fly over Grumpus's house. You could just, I mean, dogs barking. I mean, you could pick anything randomly, and it would make things interesting because I would watch that and have a paper out and a pen, and I'd be hash marking it every time.
I love that idea.
See, I mean, I would even watch how many times Steven has shrimp.
Yeah. we can
do a contest, see how much he blows up.
How long does it take him to explode?
Yeah. I'm only breaking your chops, Steven.
Trust me, it wouldn't be long for me to explode at all.
Steven's down.
So the whole competition is going to be with the poppers. Not competition. The whole collab is going to be with poppers. So
for this one, absolutely, yeah. But the winners is the audience,
right? So how do we pick this, and how long are we going to go? Are we going to pick the people to be in it, or?
Well, okay. So it does show a timestamp here on the side, right? Mm-hmm. Like, let's see. Grumpus just said something. Josh didn't see it pop in at 8:11, right? So if we started, let's say, the cook at 7:15, anywhere between, maybe this is just an idea, between 7:15 and 8:15, whoever said Uncle Steve the most. No,
I'm not talking about that. Okay. What I'm talking about is how are we going to pick people to do this, and how long are we going to do it?
How are you going to pair people up?
Right, and who?
Well, let's say I'm just throwing it out there. It's Lee and I to kick it off, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then we throw it out there to the audience. Would anybody like to do it next week or next month? And if, let's say, Josh and Lance say, yeah, we want to do it, then we can put some, maybe there's 6 people that say I want to do it. So we throw the names in the hat and say, okay, it's going to be Lance and Josh this week, or next time.
And since it's not a competition, it really doesn't matter who pairs with any other person.
Yeah.
Because the audience isn't picking the best. The whole point is to see the different ways 2 people approach the same subject.
Correct. Okay. That's the whole key to it. You know, this is like Rob from Homeowner Barbecue. You know, he doesn't like peppers, so he was thinking about doing something else for it. So I think it works out great. It keeps the audience engaged, but I think that there needs to be a time limit. If we're cooking for an hour, let's let these folks.
Well, how long does it take to do
an
a
hour.
popper? How long does it take to do a popper normally?
The longest part's going to be the cook, so it just depends
Right.
upon how much you prep beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
But if we prep everything beforehand and get it on in like the first 5 minutes, is 55 minutes, is that long enough? Or 45 minutes, is that long
That's
enough
probably
to do a popper?
You know, maybe it depends upon what we're cooking.
What you're cooking on, but probably I would say 45 minutes. About 45 minutes at best. Now it depends if you decide to wrap the popper with bacon, or you just do a normal popper with all the bacon wrap. So the time would vary there.
Okay. But so
what do you
45 minutes
think?
the first time?
Like we'll call it an hour show, but a 45-minute cook?
We could do that, absolutely. And then afterwards, it's kind of a free
or an hour cook and hour. I mean, whatever.
Yeah. I mean,
Al Lunacy.
Al, what's up, bro? I did smoked cream cheese, you know, with the jalapenos and stuff like that. And if you have any meat or something on there, 35 minutes. I mean, you know, you're done and present it, whatever.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
But I think maybe
I may have to do something besides the smoker. I may have to do the gas grill or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
For me, it's gonna be the Weber kettle.
Maybe the charcoal lighter.
Yeah, it's gonna be the kettle for me. So, but I think you give everybody a set amount. Maybe it is an hour the first time, and we say, well, that was too much. You know, the first one is really kind of just ironing out. So let's say Lee and I both get done in 30 minutes. Okay. But so what I was thinking is you can prep things like I can have my cream cheese ready. I can have my bacon ready, but I can't start the cook yet. And I can't start wrapping it. I can't start filling it until we say go.
Can we start? Can we pre-chop stuff? Or
all you need to do is just have everything prepped. So when the show starts, we just start.
So everything's ready, and we just put it together in front of on camera.
You put it together, and then you cook. Yeah,
so
I think it's just going to take it's going to be longer if I've got to go in and cut up bacon or whatever.
Yeah, Simon, it's going to be alive. What we're going to do is this idea we've been kicking around. We're going to do it about poppers. Okay, Uncle Steve says he's going to sponsor it. You got to have Uncle Steve's shake, any kind of shake, anything you want to use it for. And we're going to do poppers, and it's going to be like, so the first week, like I said, me and Dude start off the first week. Okay, we're going to have somebody in narrating, another one watching the chat, and then the cook. And then we're just going to try it and go from there. So the next week, if say you and Sleeper wanted to do it, okay, do
we want to do it weekly or do we want to do it monthly?
Might get old weekly.
Yeah, monthly sounds good. Once a month.
Twice a month. So nobody loses interest.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can start that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And go from there with it, and it's fun. It's no competition. It's just to see how.
No, it's not a competition. We're just keeping
check
a time frame.
Check and see how your views and how your audience reacted to it. Maybe every 3 weeks or something like that. I mean, you'll have to gauge it off the first one.
Yeah. All right. Well, Simon, he's up for every 2 weeks, so I think to start out, let's try it. Al, sorry you had the big C. Sucks. Ain't no fun, man.
What happened?
Oh, Al Lunacy said he had COVID all week. Oh, boy, no.
Hope it wasn't as bad as the first round with it.
So here's another question, though. So let's say we're going to kick this off October 6th. That's the plan, at least. Do we do another, all month long, is it poppers? Or 2 weeks later, are we doing something else?
And we do the poppers because what you're going to do is you're going to kick other people in. okay, to do it.
I love that idea, actually.
Well, your viewers in the end should be able to see 6 or 8 different ways to make poppers.
Mm-hmm.
And then when that runs its course, pick something else. Pick wings or pick pork chops or just anything.
I love that idea. I love it.
But we keep it with Uncle Steve, because he jumped in and said, "Yeah, I will definitely do that." You know what I mean?
I have no problem at all promoting his stuff.
Right.
No,
Exactly.
it's good. It's good stuff. So,
Exactly.
even Marcel was interested in it, so I think it's a great idea, guys.
Yeah, open it to everybody. In fact, I'm going to mention it to a couple of different people.
Please do.
That don't do barbecue. They don't do they cook, but they do either some prepping or they grow their own stuff, and but they like to do that kind of stuff. So
yeah, absolutely. Okay. Well, it sounds like we got rules down.
Yeah, I don't want to make it crazy. I don't want to. Oh, you forgot to say this. You didn't do that.
Yeah, it's not overthinking.
Have a good time. Have a nice time for an
hour.
Yeah,
it's all about having a good time. Yeah.
And as far as the guys who are cooking, don't have to worry about looking at the chat. Okay.
Correct.
You have somebody who reads the chat. If anybody has a question, fire up a question. Stephen, how many shrimp did you eat? Shrimp? I mean, Jesus.
Now, are we gonna be allowed to drink a beer while we cook?
Wouldn't be a cook. It wouldn't be any kind of cooking.
What kind of question is that?
Do we have to wear pants?
No, you do not. It's recommended, but
Grumpus, I was going to try to do one today, but I only got one. I only got one jalapeno.
I love that idea, though.
Wow.
I was reading a thing. Speaking of pants, I was reading a thing that at one time it was fairly common for news broadcasters to have just their suit on the top and shorts or pair of pants on underneath.
I'm comfortable.
Yeah. But now that they've kind of gone to the format where they stand up all the time, it's not as easy to do.
Yeah. That would kind of get kind of odd.
Got a guy in his boxers. Yeah. Mr. Tidy Whitey up there.
Yeah. Tonight on our on our show.
We got a big, strong never mind.
Front coming in.
Look at the shape of that front coming in.
Yeah. Grab that by the handle. Unbelievable. Grumpus, did he give you any relief yet?
This week it has been tolerable. We finally got under 3 digits.
Well, it sounds like us.
It's been in the high 80s, low 90s most of the week. I mean, it's felt like a cold front blew through.
It was 88. We actually today. I told Marie to get my long johns out.
We actually got some rain today. We hadn't had rain in probably 2-3 months.
Same here. Rain. I've had rain for the past month.
I mean, I came home and had branches down in my yard. So, we didn't have any rain for 2-3 months, and then turn around it tried to blow our houses down today. So it's one end of the spectrum to the other.
Yeah. Wow. Well.
Seasons are changing. We're starting to get the gold-colored leaves, and it looks like I was telling Tom earlier, starting to get cold at night.
We've had gold-colored grass down here all summer.
59, dang, that's nice.
Wow.
Let's see, it's 75 right now. That's unbelievable.
It is.
9:30.
To get my fur coat out.
73 at 8:30.
Probably about 80, 81 somewhere.
North Texas barbecue. Kenneth, what's up, brother?
Oh, Kenneth. He would be fun to have in the collab as well.
He might be up for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I bet he could make a good popper.
Hell, I bet he could make one in 10 minutes.
Oh, I'm sure.
I can name that popper in 8 minutes.
Well, you crank the heat on something long or high enough, you make it fast.
We're hanging in there, Kenneth. How you doing? All right?
Kenneth should be getting a little bit of relief from the heat too.
Oh, he's also in Texas, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a different part. I mean, Texas is a pretty big state.
I want to say he's in the Dallas area. I may be wrong.
I think he's west of Dallas, I think.
Where are you from, Kenneth? Are you more towards Austin?
Yeah, Kenneth, we're talking a popper collab.
We're talking about doing it and kind of staggering it a little bit when it comes to, we want a couple people from the audience to also do it live. And they'll have their, maybe the example was myself and Lee would do the first one live, and then other people, if you want to be a part of the collab but you don't want to be on the show, you can do yours. Just put your video out, and that's fine, and we'll advertise it. But then, a week or 2 weeks later, then we have 2 more people come in and do their poppers for us. Oh, he says sign me up. Okay. Maybe you'd want to come live on our show and cook your poppers live. We give our contestants, not really contestants, we give our
participants,
collaborators
1 hour to prep and cook 80 degrees. Dang. Cook and prep and cook their poppers. There is no winner. There's no loser. We're just having a good time.
Uncle Steve wants to sponsor it too, so that would be the thing. You would have to use Uncle Steve's product.
Yep, since he's going to be our sponsor. Yep. But do we want to make it so like we can only use Gator Shake, or can it be? Hey,
anytime.
Uncle Steve, yeah, okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody doesn't have Uncle Steve's thick meat like I do.
Yeah, I mean, if you would have used like a sweet shake, I couldn't do it.
Well, I mean, the thing is, if he's going to sponsor it, he's got to get something out of it. So if everybody's using his different products, then that'd give them an idea of what to order, things that they might like or might not like.
Yeah,
exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen, is Lep now doing, is he a distributor for Uncle Steve? Have you seen anything?
He was for a while.
I think thought he was too. That somewhere along the line.
Mm-hmm.
Is he? Okay.
I haven't seen Lep. I haven't seen him in a while.
He was on with.
I haven't either.
With Lance and Simon.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Okay.
But has he been putting out any videos here lately?
I don't think he is.
I don't think he has since he started working.
Yeah, let's ask him to post a cooking video now.
Good. Kenneth's in.
Right on. Right on. So what do you guys got coming up for videos? Tom, what do you got coming up? Who's your guest next week?
Right now they're talking about trying to get keto. What the hell is there? Keto Mama or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, she is been doing it for a long time, and then come to find out she is Alan's daughter.
Oh, no kidding.
Alan, yeah.
Alan's Keto World. Alan's Keto World or something like that.
Yeah, Fabulous Keto World.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's good. She's been doing it on and off. And
okay.
Yeah. Gonna do that. And then as far as cooking and everything like that, this Sunday I did a tri-tip. We got that coming up. And then I got a couple other ones that I had banked. But now I'm starting to walk with the walker and get around. So I'm gonna fire up the camera. What I'm trying to do right now, in fact, Grumpus, I'm gonna try to get a hold of you over the weekend. I'm trying to my 2 cameras, my identical cameras. Okay. I went with OBS to see if I could match them up on there. And some of the terminology I don't understand what they were talking about.
Okay, I can help you.
You know what I mean? But what I want
to reach out to Tom to find out what OBS meant.
And I'm going to get 2 different angles, one with me talking and then back to the food and stuff like that to go back and forth with. StreamYard, you have to buy it in order to use 2 cameras.
Right. And OBS, it's easy with OBS. I mean, there we go right here.
Yeah.
We can change it.
Look at that head of hair. Woo.
His hair's on fire right now.
Yeah,
but that's what I got going on, and I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. That's all. I just things have changed. Have you guys seen it? I know most of these don't put up shorts. Okay, I had to stop because I was getting 2, 3, views from 2,000. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Might have gone down too.
But then they sent a notice out. I don't know if you've seen it or not. That on the 13th, okay, there was a problem with matching subscribers to our channels.
Oh, I think I saw something about that. Yeah.
Okay, because I can be on my computer here, look at my sub count, go on my phone. It's a different count. So they
mine's even again. So
yeah, so they said they're going to get that straightened out and everything like that. So I'm just going to keep rolling with it. I mean, I enjoy this. I'm having a good time doing it.
Well, that's the whole point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, have fun, and anything else beyond that is just gravy.
Yeah.
Or
exactly.
Garvey.
Or Garvey. Yeah. Chicken fried steak and Garvey.
Yeah.
I'm going to remember that one.
White Garvey or brown Garvey?
I also think with these shorts, you wouldn't be able to post any links in the show more section again. I think they're planning on also doing that, removing that option there. Not too quite sure, but I heard something about that.
I did too, but you can if you go. So let's say you load it on your phone, you do your short. You have to go to your computer desktop and then drill into, where you would add hashtags and stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh.
You can link another video to it. So what I've been doing is say, like, I did a short the other day based upon my Snoop Dogg video, and I put that link in there, sending it. If somebody clicked on it, it would send them to the full video. But I decided, well, what about the other ones? The other ones are just things I just make on my phone. So I decided to send them to my channel trailer. That worked.
Now see what I was trying to tell you the other day, dude, about that was on my phone. If I would go to my regular video, I could remix a portion of it. Okay, into 15 seconds. Okay. Then I would load that up as a short. Okay. That short would go up and that would automatically tag it to that video. Okay. So most of my shorts that I do from my phone. I tape it from my phone. It had nothing to do. I put a short up tonight that the video ain't coming out till next Wednesday. So I'm not trying not to link it to that. I'm just trying to put the short up.
But you can once the full video comes out.
Yeah. So when I turn around and try to do a short from my computer, okay, it would never let me do it. You could do clips with it, but it wouldn't come up on my channel as a short. I didn't get that S or the black S on it. Okay. So this is a new thing that they did. Now you can do your shorts from your PC. Before you couldn't.
Correct.
They would put it up as a short.
Normal video.
Yeah, a normal video, real short though.
Yeah. Speed it up about 5,000 times.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, I mean, but it just showed me that the sub count was because I lost 5 the other day, and I said this is ridiculous. I turned my computer on, all of a sudden, bang! There's five new subscribers. Okay. Left, went, done something, come back, wheeled myself back in, turn on the computer again, they're gone. Okay. But then to come to find out that YouTube had a problem with it. So
well, my subscriptions, I mean, they waver 4 or 5 up and down all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, consistently. And I haven't put a video out in months.
Yeah.
So it's not like I got a video that's dragging anything down or pumping anything up. It's just sitting there idle and all that's changing. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, I mean, because like I said, now it's creeping back up again. So I'm like too shy of where it was. You know what I'm saying? But they're not coming from shorts.
That's a good thing, actually.
Exactly. So they're coming from the long form. So I'm not. I just put this short up just to see, test the waters a little bit. And I got.
Is that me?
That's me.
Oh,
328 views on a short. Last week I put up the same short, okay, and I took it down. Got three views.
Wow.
Yeah, so I mean something.
I kind of stopped doing shorts now. That just it doesn't work for me really. So
after
look
this,
like the payoff's worth the effort.
Yeah, after this one here, I'm not doing no more. Screw it. That's one less thing I could take off my aggravation list. No.
Yeah. And the shorts, I think, is to whether you get monetized or add to your overall count, let's say for your hours, are just astronomically high.
So here's
Seriously,
the question.
10 million views.
Now here's the question. Let's say you do a short, you gain 50 subscribers or 20 subscribers. What is the plausibility that those 20 new subscribers are going to watch any of your full videos?
About zero.
Yeah, and if you're dealing with people who are watching shorts, okay, number one, they're not going to watch your long form video.
That's my point.
Yeah, they're just not going to do it. So they might get the click on there, and then that in the long run might hurt your algorithm, might drop you down as far as.
That's my point.
You know what I mean? So
yeah.
That's why I said I did this tonight just to see, because of different timings and stuff. So.
Yeah. Sorry, Quint. You don't like shorts? Must be a thong guy. Maybe a Speedo. I remember going to the boat races once in the Tri-Cities where I'm from, and there was they hire people who have boats to kind of go up and down on both sides of the river to kind of police the area, right? And this dude had a pink Speedo on, and he was probably 350 pounds.
Wow.
That's confidence right there.
Yeah, exactly. Wish I had a picture of that because it is seared into my mind forever.
He wore the pink because it matches his eyes.
That's a short you should have put up. One viral.
That would. Yeah.
I love Quick because he said, I hate shorts. I mean, he said, they don't make no sense to me at all. Kent is the thong guy.
Oh, poor Kent. He's not even here to defend himself. But he'd probably say, yeah.
Yeah, we'll find out if he's here or not.
Yeah, exactly.
I think Kent is prepping for some come this weekend or something like that. So.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. He's always fun to have on. He's always good for a good laugh and very knowledgeable too when it comes to competitions and things like that. Super nice guy.
Yeah.
I've always enjoyed Kent.
Yeah, he's a cool dude.
Yep. So I think we got some rules set out for our collab.
Got some guidelines. Yeah, I like
doing it. Yeah, me too. I think it could be a lot of fun.
It's right around the corner.
Yeah. We're talking October 6th will be the first one, so 3 weeks from today.
Tomorrow I'll go get another jalapeno. I'll have 2.
I'll send you one in the mail too, so in about a week you'll have 3.
Is one of them a backup?
Yeah. Just in case. Just in case. I'll put it in my Susie homemaker oven. Unbelievable.
Oh my goodness. Quint. Oh my goodness.
Quint, no.
Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. Wow. I really appreciate that. I haven't been paid for YouTube in a long time, and so I'm very humbled. Thank you very much. Really, bottom of my heart.
Good thing you don't have shorts on.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why.
The thong guy sounds like an allergy.
I'm actually making it's a meat church recipe. Do you guys ever follow Meat Church?
Mm-hmm.
The guy there, I find him kind of fascinating. He may brats. So he took the brats, cut it in half, kind of smashed it down, and then he had 3 ingredients: jalapeno, cream cheese. That was the whipped cream cheese. One other, and cheese. And he put it inside there. Put it on his Traeger. I don't have a Traeger. I'm cheap. Put it on there, cooked it down, and then he put it on a bun. And it was basically a kind of a popper in some respect. And so I have everything ready to go except for the meat church. I actually bought the meat church that he was talking about. It's his, I think this sounds great. It's a bacon shake that he has. It says it's very underrated. And so that'll be the one that comes out in about 3 weeks. And then I'm switching into cold weather tailgating, chilies, soups, beer cheese soup.
That's that's my next move. I'm going to go back into the soups, some of the stews and stuff like that, and from scratch.
It's that time of year.
Yeah, from scratch.
I did a pork roast, a pork stew 2 weekends ago in a crock pot.
Mm-hmm.
And what I did was I smoked up some ribs, fairly well done, deboned it, shredded that out, and threw it in that crock pot with that meat instead of beef. Man, it came out good.
Oh, I
yes,
bet.
Sir.
Just a nice kiss of smoke. And
yes, sir.
It's actually the best time of year if you think about it. All the we switch gears from that hamburgers and stuff like that into just a myriad of things. That's
I eat hamburgers and hot dogs all year.
Shrimp burgers for you.
Yeah,
I like them.
I went to the. This was funny. I got in a car. I could drive. Marie's definitely afraid of the traffic out here, which is a problem.
I don't blame her.
So I'm down
I walk
now.
everywhere. Take a taxi.
I had to get in the walker, and I have a little seat. Okay, I sit on the seat, and I'm trying to push my feet, or she's trying to pull me. Comedy show. So I get out to my sidewalk, and I got the big expansion joints in the sidewalk, and I'm going. I almost fell backwards a whole bit. And old lady said, "You okay? Shut up, you bat! Leave me alone." So I get in the car. Okay, and we go over to the Smart and Final. That's where they have. That's where they have the full cuts of meat. The full.
Right.
So I said to her, "Take your phone, go over there, and scan it, and send me it out to me." So I'm telling her that as I'm driving over. Okay, so it's not not my right leg, it's my left leg. I have a problem. Can't sit that long. Anyway. As I pull into the parking spot, lo and behold, right next to me is one of them little scooters with the basket in the front. I said, "Whoa, home run." Okay.
Hotter than hell.
Yeah, see, dude, I didn't figure that into the equation. Okay. I get out of the car, right, lean over, boom, sit in this thing, and it went like this. Oh!
I smell bacon.
Bacon. My bowl was cooking, boy. I tell you what, man, it was on fire. And it only goes so fast. I'm like this. Come on. Can't stand up. And then we go. And we're over by the meats, and I'm like leaning up, trying to like this. So there was one whole packer. Okay, it was $97 brisket. I threw that on the seat.
And it probably cooked it right there too.
Took it off and I threw it in the back of the shelf. I said, "There you get $97 for that." Park up.
It's only brisket in the cooler thawed.
Yeah.
I found 2 weeks ago the money muscle. No, a week ago, the money muscle from a brisket. Yeah. And it was 50% off. Boy, I snagged that up in a heartbeat. And it's in the freezer now.
Our HEB here has St. Louis style pork ribs for $1.77 a pound this weekend.
Oh, that's cheap.
I'll be down tomorrow. That's an incredible price.
$1.77 a pound. I'm going to go load up tomorrow. In fact, I'll probably cook some this weekend.
Yeah. Ever since I started doing St. Louis style, I haven't not gone back to baby backs. Telling you. Simon has it right. Stop trying to kill Steven. Steven's response is the best. I'll just leave this up here for you guys to remember. That's an incredible price. We get them as low as $2.99, but if I saw them for $1.77, I'd be loading it up, man.
Yep.
Back that truck up, man.
Usually I would get a full strip, New York strip, and cut it up myself. I usually get them for between $70 and $90, which was a good price.
Right.
Okay? Well, as I'm sitting on the brisket trying to cool my ass, okay, I looked at a New York strip. It was $175, so it was $100 more the price.
Wow.
And ribeye, okay, was $285.
Holy crap, dude!
So what I did was it's either forcing you to do, to get lower grades cuts and stuff like that.
Right.
Chuck steaks and things like that.
Chuck was $145.
Really?
Yeah, Chuck's $7-8 a pound here.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
that's why I used pork ribs in my stew. I couldn't afford Chuck.
Yeah. That's right. I bought a beef shoulder for $30, and I bought a top sirloin for $28. I mean, it's crazy. So that's what I'm saying about trying to alter. I put a survey up on my channel, being that meat prices are high. Okay, what's your favorite? What's your cut of meat that you go to now? What's your go-to now?
Yeah.
And I put up a ribeye, no matter what the price, New York strip or sirloin, and right now New York strip is leading the pack, but.
I'm with Quint. I love baby backs as well, but I've kind of now that I've learned how to figure out how to do the St. Louis, that's what I've been working on. And for us, the St. Louis tends to be a little cheaper per pound.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think the St. Louis cook a little more even, and they're a little more forgiving, I think.
That's right.
It can be. Yeah.
Oh, the baby back's got that big curve on one end, and it kind of flattens out as you go down the row.
Right.
But
so
a good baby back is hard to make.
You got to babysit a little bit more. But yeah, if they're on sale, I buy baby backs. I don't know that I have a preference.
Yeah, I just am into St. Louis right now. It'll change.
So
just buy the full pack ribs where you get the breastbone and the rib tips.
Yeah, I do that too. I'll buy the whole side and then trim it up myself, make my own St. Louis cuts, and you've got all them leftovers, so you can cook another meal.
Yeah.
So what I do with it is cook it in whatever you want to cook it in the oven, barbecue this and that. But I cook the whole spare rib, and then when I take it out, then I'll trim it and make it into St. Louis that way. But it's all cooked together.
Yeah.
So I can chop that up, put that away for another time, or
Well, sometimes I'll if I hit a sale right, I'll buy some spares and cook up 3 or 4 slabs, and I'll take those into work from my guys in the shop.
Yeah.
So when you slice those individually, you end up with a rib that long.
Yeah.
So it stretches a lot farther.
What I mean is I will take them, I'll cut them in, I'll do the whole spare, but then I'll cut them into St. Louis.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And the rest I'll pack up and put away. Because I'm watching, I'm saying, why are they doing that? Why are they trimming all that off and then cook it anyway? You know what I mean? So it didn't make too much sense to me, but that's why I've done it for years that way.
Well, generally, I'll go ahead and I'll trim off the tips and freeze them and have those for another meal, and then I'll cook them more like a burn-in. I'll put them in a tib and smoke them up, put them in a tin with some barbecue sauce and that kind of stuff.
That reminds me, I have some rib tips in the freezer as well.
Yeah, that's a nice little snack while you're watching a movie.
There you go. I almost thought about getting my pinwheels and eating them while I was here on the show. Almost did it.
Are you kidding me, Simon?
That's
$7.69.
insane. Yeah. We usually about $4.99 for ours.
Meet me in the parking lot tomorrow. I'll sell you some for $3.
And still make a profit.
Prime pork. Interesting.
I've never heard of that.
No.
I haven't either. Sounds good.
Another way to raise the price.
Tough to say.
Simon, my HEB here in Houston is $1.77 this weekend.
Wow.
I mean, he's close enough. He could drive into town and make a killing.
No kidding.
Now it's probably a limit of 2, but I've made multiple trips. I've made multiple trips to the car several times in the past.
Yeah, I used to do the same thing.
And I bring the wife with me. She makes several trips too.
I would put stuff, make Marie get another basket, put stuff in her basket, okay?
Yeah.
And we would stand in line. She's saying, "Are you going to pay for the whole thing, or?"
No, that's why you have your own basket, Marie. Come on.
I tell you what, the funniest day of all was when she's with me, and I'm looking, and they have the butt ends of filet mignon, okay? And one was marked $13, and the other one was marked $10. I just looked at them, boom, boom, in the basket, okay? And I started heading, looking around, cameras, whatever. Yeah, $23 paid for it out as I'm walking out. Okay, guy went, "Good night now, see you later." Yeah. I didn't get nothing else. Okay, so I did a video about it, and it was Barbecue Mike. He said, "Hey Tom, you sure that's not pork filet mignon?" I said, "What are you talking about?" I went back and looked at the video. It was pork ribs that they put the price on for instead of the filet mignon. I said, "I feel sorry for that poor bitch who got them pork ribs, $58."
Well, pork ribs sure have gone up a lot.
Yeah, wow, unbelievable.
Oh. So I'm still a 50% off kind of guy. I'll even do 30. For us, we got the little stickers on there that they got, and they.
I always check that section out.
Yeah, mm-hmm. I got Marie. Actually, Marie got ham steaks. Okay, I think they were like $2.99 for big round one like that. They took them, threw them in the freezer. Every now and then, like to throw them up, put them on a black skillet, and let them go.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with that.
I haven't done a ham in a long time.
That's about that time of year to do one, though.
I think it was Christmas time last time I did one.
So I'll take my stepdad always makes prime rib, and he can knock it out of the park. But I like ham for Christmas.
I used to do a prime rib roast for Christmas. Mm-hmm. But the last 2 years I have passed because of the price.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we used to do prime rib every night, and I could take her to leave it right now because we used to do so much of it.
Well, even if I cook it perfect, I just can't hardly enjoy
the price.
It doesn't cost that much. The sticker shock hides the flavor.
Funny how that works out.
Yeah, I did a ham in the smoker, and actually forgot about it. Okay, I went, "Oh, this friggin' thing's gonna be burnt." Pulled it out, and I pulled it. I mean, it just pulled up. Oh man, it was delicious.
Talking about that. Someone did a full ham, like full pork. I can't remember who it was. A couple years back.
Yeah, I did. I made the video out of it. And that's the other one. I should have been called instead of Tom Garver, the keto cook. Should have been Pinocchio, the keto cook. I was lying my ass off about that one. Yeah, we planned this here at $250 for
Guys, I'm going to step away for just a moment. I'll be right back.
No problem. Leak time.
I'm gonna have to set my cameras up and test out this live thing. I've not done that before.
What I'm confused about is it says on OBS is that you take. It doesn't say it says record.
Yep.
Okay, but where does it go? I mean, where would I send it to?
If you go into your settings, you can assign where it goes.
Okay.
See, I have, excuse me, I've got my OBS set up to where it's its own folder, and everything goes into OBS. Anytime I find backgrounds, anytime I find plug in. It all is in one place. And even if I end up with multiple pictures and things like that I use, if I use it OBS, I put it so it's easy to find.
Okay.
Let me see if I can tell you. See if mine has a default here. Let's see here. I don't know if it'll let me in while we're live or not.
Because my whole idea is for a live.
Yeah.
Okay. To do, and then to get it up on StreamYard, if somebody's on StreamYard, if we're going to do the live cook, to use 2 cameras, how do I get OBS to go to StreamYard?
Oh, that's easy. That's easy.
Okay.
You'll notice there on the right hand side it says virtual camera, right next to the gear.
Okay.
So you click virtual camera, and then your computer sees OBS as a camera.
Okay.
So when you go in StreamYard and you pick out your camera, you pick out OBS virtual camera or virtual OBS or however it's labeled.
Gotcha.
And when I do this kind of stuff, all of this stuff is going through OBS, not StreamYard. StreamYard sees one source. Gotcha. I just changed the source on the other end.
Gotcha. Okay. That makes more sense, because I was like, I uploaded it and I had the camera, and Marie says, "What are you doing? Please don't bother me right now." Unbelievable. I mean, because I think it'd give it a little bit more, a little bit more depth. Not that I don't like editing or anything like that, but I think more lives would be more, you know what I mean?
Well, that's part of the fun of all this, is learning something new.
Yeah.
And if I have to get myself thrown into a situation where it forces me to figure out how to do live multiple cameras, then
I mean, because most
better on the other end.
Yeah, because most of all my videos, you can just predict what I'm going to do next. You know what I mean? You know, and trying to change things up a little bit to make it a little bit more interesting. And
yeah, but you've been moving your camera around a lot and stuff like that. I've noticed.
Yeah, one was inside the soup. That was a good shot.
That's actually my favorite shot.
Yeah.
I did once where I took my camera and put it in the refrigerator, open it up, put something in there, and I did another one where I put it into a toaster. We have a combo toaster thing. Put it in there, and people love those shots.
Yeah, Alton Brown, he made a fortune doing that.
Yep. I did it in the cabinet, and open up, looking for flour.
They say that's how Alton Brown got Food Network's attention.
Really?
Just by doing all that stuff, because nobody else was doing it at the time.
Correct. I can see that.
I seen Charlie did one today. Put one up.
Yeah, I did. I haven't had a chance to see it yet, but
I like that. I like that stuff that he does. With that very interesting. And
he got a big write up in a paper on that stuff, and then one of the local radio stations was talking about what he does. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I like Charlie a lot.
Yeah, Charlie's a good guy. Very good guy.
We're supposed to. I keep saying play with my food. He said we should do something about that. Play with your food. So,
as long as it's just play with your food.
Yeah, as long as it's just the food. Yeah.
Well, Tom, you got a guest coming up this week, and Lee's back.
Lee will be back. I think Mike's got the guest coming up. Coming up. Lee's working on a couple. I think we're going to try to get Cast Iron Mike back again.
Okay.
That was a total goof up on my part with that. As far as I was down and out with it. So, but we're trying a different mode with bringing up a couple different people. I got a couple of ideas that we're going to do. Also, I'm going to go back and do some live cooks on that also.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So either how how you would make something, that would use potatoes or something like that, and what would I come up with? You know what I mean? that kind of stuff. Lighthearted, nothing, no competition, no nothing like that.
Yeah. Well, that's why I like our collab. It's no competition. I'm glad we kept it that way.
I mean, first of all, to make it a competition, nobody's tasting anything.
Well, the competition doesn't work.
Yeah, so I can use a bowl of rocks. You know what I mean? Put gravy on it. Say here, I'm going to eat this.
Garvey, you're doing Garvey. Sorry, not gravy.
Yeah. I had some guy tell me, Mr. Gravy. Say that again, I'll make you gravy.
Gravy, party of two, gravy.
Yeah, well, no, that happened also. I'm at the bar. Hold the gravy.
Try Wolford. Oh my God, I've been called Wolfart. That was my favorite one, Mr. Wolfart. Oh, I gotta answer this one.
Yeah.
Wilford, Wilbur. How in the hell do you get Wilbur out of Wolford? I don't know. Woofer seems to be the biggest one. People call it Woofer. There's a D in it. Hello.
Yeah.
No double O's for Woof.
I don't even use my real name anymore. I just tell them Grumpus.
There you go.
It always gets their attention.
Yep.
If they chuckle just right, I hand them a pen.
Too funny.
Shamelessly self-promoted every opportunity.
I always carry my koozies with me because that's my business card.
Yep.
And it seems like the times that I don't have my stupid koozies with me are when I really meet somebody, who's
right,
could actually do something. Like, damn.
Well, that's where it's convenient for me to pop 2 or 3 pins in my pocket. I can't tell you how many times I've been at the grocery store rummaging through the meat, and some lady come up and say, how do you know how to pick out a good one, and all this stuff like that, and we'll just strike up a conversation, and she'll generally leave with a pin. So, my husband barbecues. I'll take this home, and I'm sure I've gotten a few subscribers that way.
Yeah,
I probably had a few too, but they never returned.
I was up at one of the grocery stores, and Sprouts it was, and coming up they have a stop sign in the parking lot so that people can walk in and out, this and that.
Yeah.
So I had my blinker on, and this car on the other side was nothing. So I turned and I went into the parking spot, into the handicapped parking spot. And the guy turned in, met me, and just stopped and then kept on going. I didn't think nothing of it. Okay. So I'm in the Sprouts and I run around real quick with the little cart, and I get some vegetables, get some this, blah, blah, blah. Get in line, stand in line. The guy comes up behind me and he says, I recognize you. I said, oh, no kidding. I said, what, from YouTube? He said, no, you're the bastard that stole my parking spot.
Handed him a sticker.
Yeah, I did. I said, lose some weight. It'll change your attitude. Believe Unbelievable.
I've been recognized a couple times. I met a guy down the road 2 years ago on Halloween, and so, hey, you're on YouTube, aren't you? Yep. Or I'll be out and about, and somebody go, hey, you're that YouTube guy here in town.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. It's happened 2 or 3 times to me. Now, the first time, I didn't know what to do. I mean, I was so self-conscious. I had a hard time even having a conversation. I was just...
How you, Steven? You ever get recognized out and about?
I don't show my face on my videos, so. But
do you show them your hands?
Yeah.
Do you recognize
those hands?
Recognize these?
That's
those
funny.
Hands look familiar.
How are we going to book him? Let him peel a shrimp.
Like today I got a comment from my lime pepper sauce video. So I directed her to the next one what I did earlier. I told her, I said the hands in that other video will be much nicer because my daughter did that video now. So her hands was in it.
You get a little bit of an advantage too, because she explains everything what you're doing, okay, for the ingredients and everything else like that. And
she does the intro, and I do the voiceover while cooking, but she does the intro, the ingredients, and the ending.
Like I told Maria, I said, that's very smart. I said, she said, well, you want me to tell you? Do your voiceover? No. Not
Tell
at
me
all.
enough, honey.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Too funny. Hey, it's a challenge. Stop and think about it, okay? Go back and say, oh, watching TV, oh, that show sucked, or this didn't work, that didn't work, or, or that's a good show, whatever. It's not easy, man. Not easy.
No, it's not.
I try to keep it as normal as possible to do this and do that the whole bit. But then Maurice says to me, there's people that put up bloopers.
Clint, thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Good night. Have a good evening, brother.
See you,
Nice,
Quint.
Seriously.
See you on that.
You're always welcome on the show.
Nice, Quint.
Thank you.
Quint, I'm going live in about 10 minutes. He's a good guy, Quint. In fact, I got to get a hold of him, find out if everything's going all right with him.
Yeah, having COVID, that sucks.
Yeah, Quint is a cool dude.
Yeah.
I feel good about where we're headed. Go ahead, Steven.
I got COVID about sometime last year. It was terrible.
I'll be right back.
Did you?
Yeah, it was really terrible.
I had it 2 years ago, and I'll tell you what, I wouldn't wish it on anybody. Horrible. How about you, Grumpus? Have you had it yet?
I caught it last year.
Mm-hmm.
I probably had it 3 or 4 days before I ever tested to find out that that's what it was. It didn't hit me real hard. I just felt weak.
Same here.
I just felt, I didn't feel sleepy or tired. I just felt weak.
I didn't have no appetite at all.
Yeah, I went 2 or 3 days, and the wife says, you need to go get tested. Well, so I went and got tested and found out, yeah, that sure as heck, that's what it was. So, I went ahead and told my boss that I tested positive, and I worked from home for a week. But, after a couple of days, I was feeling fine already. So I rode most of it out without even knowing I had it.
So I had already had both the original 2 shots. I had those, and I got sick on a Sunday. Well, I was on call that week. The Friday I went and took a nap because I was just worn out. I wasn't feeling well. I had to work that weekend, and I made it 20 minutes on a Saturday morning, and my wife had to take over for me because we were at the same job, same boss.
Yeah.
And come Tuesday night, I thought I was having a heart attack. I was that bad.
My wife got it 2 years ago, and she was in a hospital for 5 days.
Yeah.
I couldn't even go in.
ER.
Yeah, I had to drop her off at the door. I sat in the parking lot for almost 4 hours trying to find out if they admitted her or not, because I couldn't even come in. And she was 5 days before I could pick her up.
Yeah, for me, it was just like they ran every test. And it's funny because Dutchie, he ends up sending me a message just out of the blue that night. And I responded to him, but it was kind of incoherent. And so we talked later on. But anyhow, they injected me with this dye, and they wanted to check my heart out, saying that other than you're overweight, your heart looks great. Maybe you're having a pulmonary embolism. They checked for that and everything. And then they said, well, we're going to do your COVID test again. And sure enough, it came back positive that time.
I just lost appetite and feeling a bit fatigued, but that was about it.
Yeah, the fatigue was the worst. I wasn't used to that. I'm usually pretty spry for a guy my age.
3 times I had it.
Wow.
Yeah. First time it was early on before they knew what it was, whatever, and they told me I had strep throat, and they put me on the Z-Pack.
Hey, Patrick is in the house.
I never felt that bad in my life. 2 weeks. And hey, Patrick.
Man the myth.
So I was down for 2 weeks after that. Then they was talking about the COVID and this and that. And they said, yeah, well, I had it. Well, I guess maybe about 6 months went by and I got hammered again. Couldn't go to the doctor, couldn't go nowhere because everything was shut down.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to, online back and forth. And they said, we'll have to send you out the other same stuff. That one wasn't too bad. I was at like a week. Then I got the shots.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got the shots, and got it again. Grumpus on fire. Then I got it again.
Mm-hmm.
So after I had the shots and stuff, but that was like, it was like a week, maybe 4 days. I felt like crap, but I was fine. But the whole idea was to,
It took me months to get my energy back.
I still feel like shit. It's still horrible.
Yeah, it took a few weeks for me.
Yeah.
Same here.
No fun, man.
No. Patrick, what's up?
And I did lose my taste for just a little bit.
Did
About a
you?
week or two, I couldn't taste anything very much.
I lived on apples for about a week. The only thing I felt to eat was fruits, and apple was the only thing staying there.
Yeah. I know I cursed a lot more because I lost my taste.
Now the funny thing is, let me rephrase it. I didn't totally lose my taste, but I couldn't taste salt.
Interesting.
It was the weirdest thing because my wife, we sat down to eat. She said, "Man, this is salty." I said, "No, it's not." She said, "No, really, I can't hardly eat it." She said, "It's just got so much salt in it." And that's where it finally hit me. So I had to start cooking, not putting any salt in anything, and just let them do it at the table, because I couldn't taste it.
Grumpus was over-salting the food.
Oh, I was. I was salty until I could taste it.
The funny part about that is that, I mean, well before COVID, I can't taste garlic.
Can't taste what?
Garlic.
Really?
I'll cut the garlic up. I eat garlic. I just take it like boom, boom. Okay. I can't smell nothing when it's in the pan, cooking it, whatever. Okay. Marie cooks and she uses garlic. Bang, I can pick it right up.
Oh, wow.
I don't understand that. Yeah, I don't understand that one iota.
When Patrick got it, I sent him through DoorDash some fish and chips.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and then he sent me fish and chips one day.
Yeah.
When he was back.
We
DoorDash
were
is
live
kind of an
that
interesting
night.
thing.
Weren't we live?
Yeah, we were. And it came in. I'm like, oh, cool. Fish and chips. And then one morning, like 7 o'clock in the morning, I hear somebody ringing the doorbell. I'm like, what the hell? And there's a sandwich that Patrick had sent me out of the blue. Cool. Got lunch.
That's funny as hell.
I'm surprised that I could DoorDash to Australia.
I never thought of that.
Yeah, it worked. I think Marcel might have done something like that for him as well.
I had a DoorDash today, my prescriptions from the pharmacy. They called me 3 times, and I said, I didn't order nothing from DoorDash. I kept hanging up. Bloop, hanging up. I could hear the guy screaming, don't hang up. I'm at the gate. How do I get in? For what? That's what do you want? Your prescriptions. Oh, shit. Talk about a senior moment.
Yeah.
That was funny.
There, my son one time ordered diapers on DoorDash. Seriously, and that's fine, I needed diapers and I couldn't get away, but diapers on DoorDash. I
told Maria, that could be dangerous because I never did it before. I wouldn't order out and have somebody deliver it. Matter of fact, they got a big problem with that right now. I was on the news here. That one guy was spitting because of the tip. He was opening up the food, spitting in it.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah. They got. We can't control who does what and everything else like that. But the DoorDash, this woman, she sent me a text. They don't have this size, or whatever.
Yeah.
What do you want? I thought it was pretty cool. Well,
yeah,
I'll be leaving here in a little bit, and I'll be get you. But I didn't catch the one jalapeno. That was hysterical. That was funny as hell.
Yeah, you have to DoorDash another one and see how much it costs you. DoorDash another one, it costs you $4.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's before the tip.
Yeah, and then they throw a fee in too, also.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if it's under a certain amount.
Yeah, I haven't gone the DoorDash route yet.
Yeah, this Instacart was pretty cool though.
I like DoorDash if I'm not feeling well and I don't want to get up to do something. You know, and it's also very handy. Sometimes the boys just don't want to eat what I make. They're like, really? So every once in a while, I'll splurge and get them some chicken nuggets or something.
Mm-hmm.
I'll scroll down through Instacart what they're doing. You can send them anywhere. They'll go just about anywhere. But the liquor store I seen, I said we might be on to something here.
Yeah, now you're talking.
Exactly.
I tell that girl, give me your personal number because this is we're going to keep you busy all night.
Speaking of grandson, what are you doing up, Sunshine? Yep. Why don't you go and watch TV, bud? Go see Daddy. Sorry.
Oh, no problem.
Grandson's out here running around like who are we? He's not in a Speedo like Quint, but he's out here running around in a pull-up.
I'm thinking about them too. Pull-ups.
Yeah.
I gotta grab another beer. Speaking of pull-ups. Good conversation tonight, guys. I've had a blast.
So Grandpas, when you're trying to drop a video, been a while.
All week I say this weekend, and I've been doing that for 3 months. It's been so stinking hot. Now that it's cooling off, I'm getting the bug. I'm getting the bug. You know, I was thinking yesterday, I thought, if it stays cool like this, maybe I ought to. But I already decided I was going to do some ribs.
Because this guy did a
camera up.
Tommy from Gallery Backyard.
Yeah.
Did a video about a week or two ago, and he said all his cameras and phones are overheating.
Oh yeah. Well, it's been. I think they said we had 45 days of 100 or 100 or over this.
Wow.
This summer.
Makes me glad I'm living where I am right now. I can't sit here that kind of heat.
So yeah, I'm getting the bug now that it's cooling off, but I just having a hard time. Triple digits on the deck, firing up a pit sitting next to it.
Because like here it's during the day it's about 83, 84. The night's at 80, and I'm feeling it. So imagine if I get 20 more degrees. Yeah. that will definitely be the end of it. That might kill me before the shrimps.
Well, yeah, I do mine in the morning when it's super hot, or also have misters, and I'll just do the one side, and then I have a fan that's not supposed to be in water, but it works great, and it picks up that mist and just kind of blows it my way.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll take 100 degrees and make it 90. What you don't see, thank God, is when in between shots I take my shirt off. Ain't nobody want to see that. And then I really cool off, and then when it's time to shoot again, I throw the shirt back on.
There, you never know. Your ratings might go up.
No, I've been losing subs, man.
You need to put a pink Speedo on.
I
don't know what he's wearing, but he's ironing.
A bodysuit.
It's like the old lady with the tattoos. What the hell is that? Is it an ostrich? No, it's an eagle.
Yeah, Grandpa's just found himself in timeout for a bit. Yeah, I know. You look at those old ladies, it's like, what was it? The show was it Dumb and Dumber or whatever the gal had at one time? She had a smiley face of her tramp stamp, and then later on she had the upside down.
Yeah, I played with a guy. Played with a guy out here, Matt Dorman. He's a contractor, but the guy writes music and stuff like that. Really good. He's got a more or less like a country band. But he wrote a song, I guess maybe 8 or 9 years ago. But I played with it. I tell you, it was funny. So, Granny's Got a Tramp Stamp is the name of it. Look it up on YouTube. The name of the band is called Dorman. I tell you, I almost wet my pants playing along with him. Granny's got a tramp stamp. Yeah.
The only tattoo I have is this one right here. It's my grandfather's plane from World War II, right?
Yeah.
And when I originally got it, my wife's like, "Hey, why don't you put it on your back?" And first thing that came to mind was, I don't want a hairy plane. Come on.
My a lady my wife used to work with had invited the whole office over to her place for a pool party one summer. And we were sitting around talking. She had a daughter that was 16, was wanting to get a tattoo real bad. And she kept saying, not until you turn 18. You can't do it. And she was really pleading her case. And they looked at me and said, what do you think? And I said, well, just remember that little butterfly you put up right there on your back, I said, when you get a little bit older, it's going to look like a buzzard flying out of your ass.
So true.
I just my dad didn't allow it. Okay.
No tattoos.
No. No,
I don't have any.
He told me, if you do that, you're a marked man. He was wise. It was wise.
It's true.
There you go. Because my argument's always been, one of these days, if I finally go over the edge, and I just want to disappear someplace, I don't want them finding me down in Virgin Islands because I had a, an anchor on my arm or something like that.
You had a tramp stamp.
Tramp stamp. Like
Grumpus,
flying out of my ass.
On it. You used to say Grumpus. What does that say now?
That was always my argument. I don't want to do anything that they can identify the body later.
Yeah, exactly. That's funny. So
all we have is a picture. It looks like it says Grumpus. We're not sure though.
Looks like Grum ass.
Grum ass.
Now we would make out Grumpus, man. That's Hawaiian shit. That Hawaiian shit.
I got mine here in Trinidad sometime. I don't want nobody to find me.
Steven, look for a tramp stamp that says Grumpus. Well, I see one that says Grum ass.
Grubby ass. Unbelievable. I don't know.
I've never seen a tramp stamp I like. Never have.
I don't see the sense of putting a tattoo on someplace you can't see it.
Right. Yeah.
That's why it's called a tramp stamp.
Yeah, but on the other hand, if you're sitting at a bar and everybody knows what it is, hey, show them that eagle you got.
Yeah.
That would be a good deterrent right there.
Bend over and show me that koozie.
Yeah. I told a buddy of mine, I said, I want to get a WW put on my ass when I bend over and say, wow.
W on each cheek, right?
Yeah.
My Wrangler jeans are so popular down here.
Oh man,
too funny.
No, I got mine from my grandpa. I just thought, what the hell? And it was kind of during a time that I was a little bit more wilder, I guess.
A little darker.
Yeah, that too. But I mean, it's held up pretty good. It does have some hair on it. So I remember the guy when he put it on, he had to shave. He goes, because I don't shave people's arms usually.
I've seen some really cool artwork, some really nice artwork I've seen, but it's just not my taste.
I mean, I don't care anybody has a tattoo. That doesn't bother me at all. Okay,
no,
it's them studs and shit that they put in there.
Yeah,
I mean, come on, really?
Your earlobe's about this big around now.
These gals with these things hanging out of their nose, and all I can think is brass boogers.
I think grabbing them by the nose.
Or put a whistle on it.
I'm thinking, do they really think that looks good to us? Have they ever asked a man, is this attractive?
Yeah.
Apparently not.
Gumbos, you have to look at it in this way. They cater for their generation, I suppose. So.
Well, I hear you.
Yeah.
But that stud right here, I mean, when they pull it out, do they whistle when they breathe?
Yeah. They can't go underwater.
You plug your nose, she'll breathe.
Unbelievable. That's crazy.
Yeah.
My age is showing now.
Yeah, exactly. Mine too.
I'm dating myself.
I remember when I was working in the stores and I was a front end manager, we had a guy come in. And he had kind of a tattooed face, and he had this on his forehead.
The middle finger?
See that? middle finger on his forehead. And I remember thinking to myself, seriously, if you walked in and said, I'm really good with people, I'd like to get a job. Seriously.
Those are the guys usually complaining they can't find work.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm looking. Take them 1,500 studs you got in your face out. Unbelievable. I would keep the guy who would have all the studs on his face to work overtime. Just have a magnet. Come on, here's what you're going to do. Clean up on all six.
They keep a magnet on the check stand. Keep that guy in there.
I've had people interview for jobs that are like that. And my boss has said, well, you might have to try him out. I said, that just says bad decision all over it. I don't need him doing that here.
Yeah.
I like Patrick's idea. I'm getting a tattoo of the dude. Haven't decided where at. I'm thinking butt cheek. Butt cheek might be good. When you crack a smile.
Unbelievable.
I've seen some nice artwork, but for the most part,
I mean, some of it's nice and stuff like that. But there again, when you get old,
start. Well, I'll have a saggy plane one of these days.
I used to watch them shows with the tattoo artist and that kind of stuff like that. It was very interesting and intriguing, but it's not because I wanted one. I just admired the artistic skills of the person.
Yeah, like those Japanese tattoos where they use the little sledge and they.
Oh yeah. Where they just keep tapping. Oh no.
No.
Some of the best tattoos you could see is with that.
No. If I'm going to tap that, it won't be with a needle.
At our pool, me and Marie seen a lady up there, and she had a picture on middle of her back, I guess, where it would be noticeable, of Mona Lisa on her back. I told Marie, I said, she's 66. I said, when she's 76, it'll look like Homer Simpson when she gets done with that. You know what I mean?
She looked like the bearded lady for me.
Yeah, I don't get it.
No, some tattoos you just kind of wonder why.
Yeah, we're dating ourselves for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree.
Get off my lawn.
There was another guy. Where we live, you can go see who got arrested every day online. And I kid you not, this guy had tattooed on his forehead, said Manville, Manville. What the hell does that mean, Manville? And why would you tattoo that to your forehead?
Makes no sense at all.
Or my son just laughing over there. Yeah.
Check but his hairline might be a stamp up there. Send it back to Manville. Yeah. Like Grumpy said, we're showing our age anyway. Okay, I remember. Yeah. I don't know how you would get a job today. Okay, they don't do interviews no more.
They don't want to work anymore.
And fill out an application.
People want jobs. Nobody wants any work.
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible.
I have them come into my office probably 2-3 times a week. Somebody come walking in looking for some work.
It comes like here. Sometimes the young ones come to learn a trade, and first question they ask is, how much money they are getting?
Oh yeah. Yeah, how much does it pay? And I said, well, pull up your pants and I'll tell you.
I wrote it on your shoes. Pull your pants up so you can see. It's amazing.
Yeah, they don't. They don't want to work.
When I started to learn trade many years ago, the only money used to get was to buy a little soap to wash your clothes. That was about the size. And you're lucky to see that, and you're lucky to see that money too, because if Granny passed, Granny collect that money.
Yeah. Well, they come in. All they want to know is, how much does it pay? How many sick days do I get? How much vacation do I get? Is there an incentive program? And I always say, we got an incentive program. You work and you get paid.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
I seen a kid a couple weeks before I couldn't walk in the grocery store pushing the carts, getting them up from outside, pushing the carts, one hand. He had the hoodie on. And I'm telling some degrees here in Vegas, right?
Right, with a hoodie.
Yeah.
With a hoodie on, pushing it, his other hand holding his pants up.
Yeah.
Ever heard of a belt?
How did he get hired? That's what I want to know.
There you go. There you go.
I want to fire the guy that hired him.
Yeah. Yep.
No, but like the younger ones, I don't know if it's happening across the, but like here on the islands now, most of the young ones, they get a stipend to learn a trade. So, it still works out. Not a full pay, but they get something to basically survive.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm going to disappear down there where you're at.
Tomorrow I'm going on my other
My
channel.
name on it.
Tomorrow I'm going on my other channel, and I'm going to rant. Okay, about the medical. All right, I'm gonna put something up that's gonna. Marie keeps telling me, no, don't do it. Don't you're gonna lose. Don't you're gonna lose people. I don't care. All right. When you call the doctor's office, okay, and say, I need to find out if somebody can come to my house because I can't drive, I can't do this and that. Well, why do you want that? I can't walk. I can't walk. Why don't you have somebody can drive you in? I can't walk. Well,
get to the damn car. Hello.
Well, where's the injury? I said my left earlobe.
Balance is off.
Okay. Kept going. Okay. Then I go get an MRI, not to be long-winded with this, go get an MRI. They put me in a tube. I have no problem doing that. But they had my leg in a position where the pain was excruciating. Okay. Whoop, 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 whoop. This machine's going. Hold on another 20 minutes. I said, no, 20 minutes. Out. So she said, we got enough to see if there's any problem because they thought it was a pinched nerve in my back. Okay. They send me home. I drive home. Okay. 2 days later, the doctor's office called. All right. And tells me, you got arthritis. All right. Thank you. And hangs up. Arthritis makes you can't walk. And call back again. I went through this whole routine. So I got a whole rant coming up about this whole episode I went through. Okay, it's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous what we pay. Here we go, Grumpus. Get off my lawn. What we pay for medical and what we receive, two different things.
Yes, I'm with you. I have arthritis in my left shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I'm a side sleeper and it hurts on this side when I sleep. So I finally went into the doctor's office and said, hey, I'd like to have this checked out. They did some x-rays and that. They came back and said, well, you have arthritis in your shoulder. Okay. We'd like to do an MRI though, just, to make sure, see if there's anything else. I go, no, you just told me I had arthritis in my shoulder. What the hell's the point in getting an MRI now?
Right. More money.
And they're like, well, that's exactly what it is. And so that's as far as I went with it. Does it still hurt? Yeah. But
I went on and on with my I have Humana. Okay. So I have one drug that they put me on back in 2014 that it was only supposed to be on for 6 months. And I've been on since 2014. So
wow.
Yeah. Okay. It's a blood thinner. All right. The alternative to that is called warfarin. People die from warfarin. Even the
my wife's on warfarin though.
Okay, listen to this.
It is.
$47 a month I got to pay out of my pocket. No, for Eliquis.
Okay.
Okay, so now it's in middle of August. I hit the donut hole. Okay, it went from $47 a month to $536.80. My end.
Wow.
My end. Now, here's the thing. I'm not paying. I can't pay it. Okay?
No, you can't.
You know what they told me? There's nothing we can do for you. You're going to have to check back with your cardiologist and my primary care to get samples. Okay? A sample is only good for a week. Okay,
so it's going to cost you that much anyways every week.
So no, they're free because what's going on?
But you got to go in for the appointment, right?
Yeah. So I ran out. Okay, so I called the doctor's office. I'm out of this stuff. What do you think? What can I do here? Well, we'll put 2 packs away for you, 2 samples, but that's all we can give you because there's other people. I say, I understand that. I can't drive. Oh, that's your problem, she said. I don't know. I'll leave it here at the reception
You
desk.
gotta be kidding me.
Yeah. So I'm going after them. You can get a hold of Squibbs, the manufacturing company. Okay. Bristol Myers Squibb. They do have a program that they can help you with, ease the pain and everything like that. I make too much money. Freaking retired.
All them YouTube bucks.
Huh?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just crazy, But then you turn on the news and you hear about Trump, you hear about Biden, you hear about this, boom, boom, back and forth. Nobody's talking about that crap about us.
Correct.
And that's sad. It really is sad,
Yeah.
I don't dump
you can
into
go across
that too
the
much.
border and get it for a tenth of the price.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing, but it's a shame.
My wife's on warfarin because she can't take the other one because she has lupus, and the lupus anticoagulant does not work with that other one out there. My dad's on the other one.
Yeah.
She has warfarin, but she gets it checked weekly.
Yeah, that's the
And
bad
it
thing
goes
about
all over the place,
that.
man.
You can bleed anywhere from that thing, from warfarin.
Yeah, that's why she does it weekly.
Yeah.
And I can always tell when her numbers are too high because she starts getting headaches.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, when is your next appointment? It'd be 3 days from now. Well, just cut back on it. Seriously, cut back.
Yeah.
And then she'll come in. She's supposed to be at 2.5 to 3, which is therapeutic. And she'll come in at like 1.6 or, which is too thick now. And it's like, it's pain.
I follow my stuff pretty closely. You know what I mean? And if
Mhm.
they're arguing with me that being that you have AFib, you can't get off it because you'll develop a blood clot and go to your brain and have a stroke. Okay. I get that. I understand that. And plus you're type 2 diabetic, so you got to be careful with this stuff. Got to keep your diabetes numbers low. So when the people came here to my house, and I even had an x-ray machine come here and do x-rays of my back and my leg.
Yeah, they got the portable ones. So
yeah. So my doctor, that they consulted with my doctor, and my doctor sends to the pharmacy prednisone, oxycodone, and a muscle relaxer. Okay.
I'll pass on all three.
Yeah. They tell me the prednisone, okay, that's going to double your blood sugar.
Yep.
What are you talking about? I'm fighting now for so many years about keeping my blood sugar low. You're giving me a medication that's going to rise again. So why am I fooling with this shit to begin with?
Well, tell them then you got to take another medication to counteract it. Come on, don't you know that? It's insane, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Insane. My wife was a prednisone queen for a long time, and
that's
the best thing she ever did is get off.
Yeah, that's some bad stuff. But the bottom line is, it's all about the money. It's all about this.
Oh, sure.
Why is brisket so high? Why is all these different things?
We'll pay it.
Exactly.
Correct.
Right. Exactly right. It's a shame. It really is a shame. Then the runaround dude. I mean, the runaround they give you back and forth to the hospital or to the doctor for different stuff. I called one time. I said to the girl, I'm checking. I said, they won't accept me to go in and get my blood work done. They tell me I'm there, but then they tell me I'm not in the system.
Oh, that's when you got the text, right?
Yeah. You're next. I'm not here, though. You know what I mean? That's what they're telling me.
Yeah.
I call my primary's office, and I said to him, I'm calling about my blood work. Girl says, well, what do you want to do with your blood? I said, you can't write that. You can't make this shit up.
You can't write that shit down, man.
I want to see if it's red. Freaking moron. Where are you working? In the deli department, in the doctor's office, or what the frick?
You can't make that shit up, man.
Yeah. So, it's a shame. It's a shame that the caliber of
off my yard.
Yeah, exactly. Skilled labor. Wrong.
I think the biggest part of it's the industry itself, and then the other part is just the quality of help. You got generations of people working that just don't give a crap.
That's it.
There's no empathy, no sympathy, no nothing.
Nope.
All they want to do is get the shit off their desk and go home.
Yep.
And at the end of the week, you hear ching ching.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And then even with the insurance, they sent me a thing, Now Lee went through the same thing. Okay, I get a letter in the mail from my insurance company that it's mandatory that they send me out to get either a colonoscopy or check my stool. I said, I don't have any stools. I wrote back, I have no stools. Mr. Garvey, you're avoiding it. I said, hold on a minute, ma'am. I had to call him on the phone. Hold on a minute, okay? I said, I watch what I eat, do everything the right way the whole bit. You're telling me that you could possibly drop me from my insurance because I won't shit in a box. I'm sorry, dude. I don't mean to get with your channel, but
no. It's nobody's going to watch it this far.
I said, "What?"
I'm not even watching
it. He's not even watching. He's watching Gunsmoke.
No kidding.
So yeah, I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, they're threatening you to do so. So it's just how everybody gets paid.
My wife has an ileostomy over and over again. It's like, well, how's your stool? She goes, I have an ileostomy. Oh, okay. And then the next person, how's your stool? Is it, what's the consistency? I have an ileostomy. Hello. It's like repeatedly. It's like, hello.
Yeah.
You can't make that shit up. It's
unbelievable.
It's flagged on the chart too, right there. Big letter, big red letter.
There's a couple documentaries out right now about food and this and that they're fighting now. I might be in trouble another couple months because they're saying that YouTube is following from like the Mayo Clinic and stuff like that. So all these doctors and stuff on there talking about the medicine's no good and try it this way and try it that way, that they're going to block you. And it's this
freedom
one
of speech, I thought.
Yeah, but not on here.
But you're not taking away from you're not copywriting somebody's work. You're simply giving your opinion on something or your findings that you have found.
Yeah,
your experience. Freedom of speech. Yeah, exactly. That's the beauty of YouTube, at least when it first started.
It's all about keeping the truth away from people.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Actually, YouTube when it started was a dating site, but then somebody put an elephant up there and got 6 billion views, and somebody said, hey, that's a great idea. Let's
I think I dated that elephant.
Did she have a tattoo? She had a tattoo of a peanut on her ass.
Now it looks like an elephant.
Yeah.
Is that an elephant or was it? No, that's a peanut.
Look nothing like her picture.
Rewind that.
But at the end of the day, I don't know how they could do it. But then again, it depends upon how much YouTube wants to stand up for, to these guys.
Yeah, I mean it's more ad driven than anything else. YouTube. I mean
but I've never seen an ad for the Mayo Clinic. But then again, maybe you have. I don't. Yeah. I think it just the algorithm is very much in tune to the individual.
This one doctor, he put up stuff about blah 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 blah, and they censored him. And every time he puts a video up, they put a video up of the Mayo Clinic, like talking about vegans and stuff like that. So that's the tag, and all of a sudden they notified him that they were flagging some of his videos because of proof. Needed more proof. I mean, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Dumb.
Crazy.
Yeah, you get to the point you can't even share your opinion.
Yeah.
Without offending somebody,
I don't know.
Yeah, that peanut is now. That peanut is now.
I've always been self-conscious about offending people.
Yeah.
I hate when my yard once again. The generational differences. Yeah.
Unbelievable. I don't know.
There's some good things that come about it, but in the end of the day, social media has changed us so much, and I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of people don't want to work because they want to become social media millionaires. And let me tell you, it ain't that easy.
They look
No,
at Mr.
no.
Beast. They look at Mr. Beast, and all of a sudden, wow, I can do that. I can get 3 million views
Yeah.
on, not that easy.
No, it's not.
That's right.
I get happy if I see 300.
No kidding.
I stopped. I don't even check my subscribers and to be
Yeah, I'm getting to the point too. I could care less about it anymore. It's just
Subscriber, once I think you hit that threshold of 1,000 subscribers, aren't really that big of a deal anymore. It's more views.
that's the fight. I mean, to get the pressure. Just stop and think about the pressure. Now they load it. Okay.
no,
2 months.
no. Here's the thing: most of your views don't come from the subscribers. Huh?
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who would view your video, but wouldn't comment on your video or even subscribe to the video. Or they might comment, but they wouldn't subscribe.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have average of 2% of my subscribers actually watch my videos.
So look, right now I have a video I did about a year, maybe a year and a half ago. And for the life of me, I don't know, that video just gets views. Right now it's about at probably 14 or 15,000 views. And,
wow.
And to me, if I could have translated that into subscribers, I would have been happy.
Sure.
Now, Kevin, from Man Kitchen Recipe.
Mm-hmm.
Every video I put up, he comments on. Every video. Okay. He puts up a video. I don't see it. It don't pop up, and I got the bell rung.
I get that with Steven for whatever reason. I have to actually go out.
I get that a lot of times.
The whole
I have to actually go out and look for Steven.
Sometimes what you have to do is like unsubscribe and resubscribe again, and then
yeah. Oh, really? Okay.
It kind of resets it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll do that to Steven tomorrow.
And what could happen to as well is like if you don't watch a channel for quite a while, like YouTube stop sending that notification to you.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a time I watched your channel religiously, and then all of a sudden, now that I think back, kind of out of sight, out of mind kind of thing. And no offense, Steven, it's just one of those things that you got so much hitting you.
Yeah, but I used to put out a video every week until I realized to myself, look, that ain't cutting it. Once a month is good enough for me. I'm comfortable with that, and
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm getting about the same way. I'm laying in bed, can't move, and I told Marie, this is the last video I had the whole month of August. Okay, banked up into September. Okay, this happened to me August 12th. All right, that Sunday video come up. Okay, all right, then Wednesday and Sunday, and then all of a sudden I says, what am I going to do? What do you do? I try to stand up, make something. So she says, take an old one, redo an old one. I said, okay, I get that, but then trying to cut it and put it in, the whole bit was a pain in the butt. But I had to do it. I actually had to do it. But now I'm getting more views from my long form stuff than I ever did with the shorts. Shorts were hit 1, 2, 3 and run away. But now it's getting the longer from Mr. Grumpus telling me, put your story out. If it takes that long, do it. Okay.
Correct.
Yeah, tell your story.
Now,
people want to hear your story.
If YouTube has turned into a source of stress because something along life came up and you can't get a video out or something, then if that happens to me, I feel like, okay, I'm in too deep. I need to back off a little bit.
That's right.
The fun is leaving. I'll put a video up when I feel like doing it, and when something's going on, I got to say, but I'm not going to stress about it because it's been so many weeks since I put one up. Maybe I should treat it more serious, but I got in this just to have a good time.
That's right. Same thing. So that's why I start doing one video a month. So it's comfortable for me,
Right.
Yeah.
My original self-imposed schedule was I wanted to do 3 videos every 2 months. I haven't even been able to hold that.
As
But
I
I
as I
didn't
say,
think that was unrealistic. That kind of gives you a chance to shoot your video, gives you a week to edit it, gives you a week off,
yeah.
and rinse and repeat.
Or open your mail. I think you got. I think you got. I think you got an envelope for a Nehru suit.
I was telling my wife the other day, she saw that box sitting there next to me. She said, "When are you going to open that?" I said, "You know, we've had so much fun not opening it. It's almost going to be a shame to make it to call an end to it."
I'm getting to be the same way though about cutting back. Not cutting back, just
you don't have to cut back, but just work it in your schedule. Don't let it control your schedule.
Do what makes you comfortable. Because at the end of the day, it only takes one video for you to go viral. And now here's the thing. If that video goes viral and your channel starts to go, now is where you have to kind of commit yourself.
Yeah.
Right? But as for now, as a small channel, just go with the flow.
But even if something goes viral, that'd be something really cool to experience and all that. But that's not going to make me okay.
Oh,
it doesn't say that all of a sudden now I owe people something because a video goes viral. Now I owe them to get another video out soon, or the next one won't go viral. It's just I don't know. I've got a whole.
Well, it depends. What I mean going viral now, you may have one video that will go viral, and you will automatically start to see the subscribers coming, and then now you will find that different companies coming at you basically to advertise to them, say, here's where you're going to get paid, right? But if it's like you just have one video that goes viral and nothing happens after that, well,
it's like playing a lottery.
That's right. I said that last week.
Yeah.
I know, just my thought. You know what I mean? I noticed that under 1,000 subscribers, and I was putting up shorts left and right. Okay, because it was making me laugh because I put them up, and in a matter of seconds, I'd have 900,000 people that watched it.
Correct. I was that way first too.
I put up a short. Now I can't get pallbearers. You know what I mean? But it's to the point where we're beyond that 1,000, and it's more about your content. I think if you lay into it, your content. Now I put one up Wednesday. Okay. As it started out with like a dried fart. It just did a couple people. Hello, hey, it was great, blah, 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 blah.
You didn't eat enough hard-boiled eggs.
Now it's up, like 120 or something like that a couple of days later. So that's where I like to see that. I would rather see that slow growth,
No, but as you mentioned, that's funny enough with me. I realized since I started putting out a video once a month, like I'm getting more subscribers than when I used to put out a video every week. So
that's fascinating.
You leave them wanting more.
Yeah.
When the notice goes up, Stephen's got a video. People are going to jump on it because it's been a while. Let's see what he's up to now.
Yeah.
You put one out, a couple of times a week. There he is. He's another video up.
Yeah. Now I put one up. I haven't in a month. I haven't put nothing up on Newsbreak. Okay. So I got a check. I got a check coming for $6.88 from them. But I look at it this way: it's money.
Yeah, you got the big box.
Found money.
So I mean, but we out here. I just put two up. I put one up, and then I changed the title on the other one, and see what they're doing. Let me see right here real quick.
I gained 5 subs a day off of on Newsbreak.
Did you?
But only got 190 views.
But this thing is quirky. But I tell you what, next thing you know, you're looking. My bank account went up $40. Oh, Newsbreak. Okay, you got to pull teeth with YouTube.
Yeah.
Let's see here real quick.
I got a decent check from him the other day. Better than nothing, I guess.
One of Grumpus's coolest video was the one where he did the invention of the rotisserie and the Lone Star. That's one of the best videos Grumpus ever put.
Really, you like that, huh?
Yeah, that video was super cool.
I don't know how, I try not to take it personal, but my DIY stuff usually has better views than my cooking. So I need to keep making stuff, just not food.
So it was really an interesting video. Because actually I think he might be the only guy that did that. I don't know if it has any, I can't remember seeing anything else similar to that with a Lone Star.
You want to see me get a tattoo right here?
I've told
watch this.
Yeah, a tattoo. It's gonna be more like a dent.
It's gonna look like a red dot right there.
Yeah. Get out of here. She's so sick of me. Unbelievable.
Anyhow, guys, I'm going to jump off. It's 12 o'clock here. On this
Yeah,
this
thank you so much, Stephen, for stopping by.
Hope to see you guys next week. Grumpus, Tom, Mike, everybody in the chat. Okay,
Steven,
you all have
brother.
you all have a great one.
You take care.
Hopefully, we'll talk to you next week. We'll be live.
Sure will. Okay. Then.
All right. Bye. It's always so good having him on.
Yeah, he's the man.
Yeah,
he really is. He is such a
He is
nice
everywhere.
guy.
I don't care where you go. He's there.
I know. That's why I call the moderator's moderator. Everybody has him as a moderator.
Yeah.
And I think that just kind of tells you what kind of person he is. Everybody trusts him.
He jumps right in. He's not afraid of, I'll do this for you, 1, 2, 3. Or very knowledgeable.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't know how he got started. It would be fascinating one of these days to kind of find out how he did. But, he's just such a...
Maybe Tom and Mike need to have him on.
There you go.
I asked him to come on. And I don't know. We'll see. Or like that.
Yeah. When I had him on, he was very self-conscious because of his English.
Yeah.
But, it's one of those things that it doesn't matter. It's Stephen.
Yeah.
He's everywhere. Everybody loves him. It's just a testament to who he is.
I'm struggling with doing the editing. I'm pulling my, what do I do next? Son of a gun, I gotta go over here. And he tells me, well, I do everything on my phone.
I don't know how anybody does it.
I do everything on the phone.
I would not do YouTube if I had to do it on my phone.
You know who he makes killer thumbnails.
He does.
Yes.
He puts a lot of effort in it, you can tell.
For my show, he did my thumbnails, and it was just amazing to have it done. And it's so cool that the world we live in, right? We think about it 20 years ago. Hey, Steven, I need a thumbnail. First of all, I'd have to maybe call him up if I'm lucky. And then he'd have to drop it in the mail, just to get it to you.
Yeah. And the funny part about it is that, I don't see too much competition with people. You know what I mean? I struggle with a couple of things, and Grumpus straightened me out. But try this, get that external hard drive, and all this stuff. He didn't have to do that, you know what I mean? But just to help somebody else along the line, and that's to me is fantastic. It really is.
Tom, I'll spend your money all day long.
Yeah.
But it kind of, you think about it, and this may be a weird
you do blood work for me?
No, you're not spent. That's the wrong kind of money.
I get shit in a box and send it to you.
Hey,
I'll do it
be
too.
careful what you wish for. Open that box.
But you think about it, even the idea that the collab we have coming up, it's not a competition.
Yeah.
It's just who we are as people, It's all about helping everybody out.
It's a bunch of lonely old farts in the middle of the night without dates.
Exactly, but people love it.
With gator shake.
Yeah, exactly. People love it. I mean, we've had 41 views on this so far. You know, it's great. People love it. People just love to. You know, we're very inviting. You know, we don't care who you are.
You know what I was thinking? Maybe if we could, I don't know how you would put it out though. Being that we're going to do it like every month or so, or as many people as we can, and have it hashtag to somewhere, so everybody can get that. But let them do their own thing. But that a couple of rules that you got to have the Gator Shake, and just put that video up. It don't have to be live, but to kick it off, and then just have them bunking them up for October. Okay, so like Mike and Lee would do something. Okay, if they can record it, on StreamYard, and then put it up that way. You know what I mean? Or 805 and say Patty Joe can get together and put one up. You know what I mean? The whole way up.
Yeah.
And just do it that way.
Put the word out of what we're doing, and we're looking for different ways to make poppers.
Yeah.
And if you'd like to get your channel promoted and be on part of our playlist, here's the guidelines.
Right.
Oh yeah.
And make them follow the guidelines. But somebody, let's say somebody with a small channel wants to play with Tom and Dude and the big guys, all you gotta do is make a video, follow the rules, and he'll be on the playlist with everybody else, and that'd be their payback for their effort.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't cost anybody anything.
Right.
Exactly.
Do you ever watch Kettle Kitchen?
Tony
from Kettle Kitchen.
I've heard of.
If I have, it's been a long time. I'm not.
He's up in. As a matter of fact, I was supposed to do an interview with him last night, and but his wife took a second emergency. Had something wrong with the kid. He had major surgery.
Okay.
Yeah. But this guy, okay, I call him the king of. He does trivia. He has different people on. I've done music with him, like almost like name that tune type of thing.
Yeah.
He'll play music and have all kinds of people that come up, and he'll do that for the whole month. And then at the end, whoever comes up with the most points, whatever, okay, then they do a drawing, okay, and whatever the stuff is. He's starting to get sponsors from stores and stuff.
No kidding.
For giveaways, yeah. So I mean, Tony,
you never know.
Yeah, I mean, and he's got just about everybody on there, okay. He has his rules. He's certain things, and right now he's got like almost like a game show type of thing. Hey, tonight we're going to be doing this and this and that. But stay tuned, all right? And then he'll have a show like I put up stuff. It's like a game show type of thing, all right? And then he'll come on, he'll strict with the rules. He has somebody to keep time, the whole bit. Really, really, really cool stuff. You know what I mean? Brings a lot of people together. That's what he calls his channel. That he brings other people together, so yeah, it's pretty nice, and I think that's a big to do, because we're pretty well intermingled with with barbecue and just cooking in general.
Well, no, this isn't 1920. BR 549, please.
What happened?
Oh, I don't.
He asked. He said, "Grumpus, what's your number?" And I put 6.
I just dawned on me. I don't have Grumpus's number, so I probably added it. Yeah, Bedford 359, please.
Oh, that's funny, huh?
Thank you.
713.
I'm gonna take a picture of it. Thank you. Okay, that way I can send out gather the rules and see if I missed something or something needs to be tweaked or whatever.
Yeah, not make it too complicated, but make it fun.
No. Have fun with it.
Yeah.
Seriously. I like the idea of it's an Uncle Steve's the sponsor. We use an Uncle Steve shake.
I like the fact that he jumped right in with that. There was no him and hawing. He
think twice.
Bang.
Yeah, he's that kind of person, though.
He jumped
Really
right into
it. And I think he needs something special too. So
yeah.
Yeah. You like my number, Grumpus. Notice those last 4 digits?
Let me get back here and look.
It's got to be the worst number in the world. But hey, at least it's got the last 2 digits are okay.
But it's that stuttering that makes you popular.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, it's easy to remember that phone number right there. Man.
6. Oh, 6. No, it's 6.
Yeah.
6.
Exactly.
It's funny as hell.
Well, guys, I have to be up early. Take care of the boys. I'm going to call it a night. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, everybody in the chat, for participating. Lots of fun.
All righty. Appreciate it, Mike.
I appreciate you letting me up.
Yeah.
It's always fun. Always fun hanging with you guys.
Oh, yeah. Always blast, Compass. All right, gentlemen. I will type up some basic rules, and I think that's consensus is we want to keep it very basic.
Yep.
So I like that idea.
Tom, you got my number too, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yes, I do. I might hit you up. I'll send you a text if you're free, maybe over the weekend or something, and run me through this OBS thing.
Well, they're saying it may rain, so I'll be inside all hunkered down, and if it's not raining, I'll be out sitting by the pit.
Okay.
Sounds like you're sitting right in front of one right now. It looks like it.
Yeah, it's a.
Sounds like you're sitting on one.
Tell you what, that fire hasn't gone out for 2 hours.
It hasn't, and I haven't seen anybody feed it either. That's great. It's got to be gas, right?
Yeah. I knew you were a gasser. You're a gasser.
All right, guys. Thank you, Marcel. Thank you, everybody, for hanging with us. Mike.
Take care.
It was good seeing Steven. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
Good night.